Hello? Hello, hello? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Cookie? Hey, man. Excuse me. How you doing, dude? You are indeed first. Welcome. Hey, Noel. Yeah, I'm doing good, Cookie. Well, Cookie, my guys, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day so far. Having a good weekend. Hope we had a good weekend too. Alright, let's pause. Actually, no, it continues. Got energy? Dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. I'm just getting shit ready. Is my shit blurry for some reason? What is going on here? Oh, for some reason, like my fucking... on my phone... I'm watching the stream on my phone and the quality is set to 144p. What the fuck? Pretty cruisy? Cruisy? What does that mean? Cruisy. What is meant by... What? Leisurely. Okay, I got it. Leisurely. There's also a secondary definition, a colloquial definition of cruisy that I don't imagine you intended, but you know, I'm glad you're feeling good. Yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing as well. About to get into some fun reading. Let's pick this. Trying to find some good music, some background music to have up while we're listening to this, while we're reading. Relaxed, yeah, that's what I picked up on. I'm glad, dude. I'm glad you guys are relaxed. Well, hopefully you guys can relax a little bit further. I'm gonna loop this for the while, and we might change it later. Also, for anyone wondering, and also, not for legal reasons, but, you know, just so you guys can check out, the music I'm using is from a channel called Coag, or co.ag music. They make a bunch of... They mix all kinds of fucking music, and they're all really good. And they make almost 100% of their music copyright-free, and, you know, YouTube people can use it as much as they want. Here's a link. Here, let's do this. Here's the link to the... Here's the YouTube link to the music I'm listening to. And here's the link to their channel, Coag. So you guys can check them out if you're interested, or anyone can check it out if they're interested. You can just check the chat logs. You should ban my YouTube live in a Discord group chat? Oh shit. Maybe they'll come out and hang out. Who knows? That'd be cool. We're going to be doing some reading today. Specifically, we're going to be doing some delving into a, as the music would suggest, a sort of a sinister, dark reading. They all blocked me. Oh, jeez. Oh, I appreciate the effort, man. But, we're gonna be doing some reading in the SCP. Still a W. We're gonna read some SCP stuff. Also, the right, like, about, like, a right, like, 1/12 of the screen is going to be cut off. I'm going to have the website up so you guys can see where I'm navigating to. But yeah, we're going to be doing some reading. Also, is the music too loud? I'll make sure it's like... Is the music at a good level, you guys think? Is it too much? Do anymore. Someone sent me this. Sent you what? Where you find these people below 14? Age really doesn't matter, maturity do? What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck does that mean? Alright, let's get started. Check again. What the hell? People are weird, Cookie. People are weird. Alright. Let's actually navigate back to the main website. Let's make sure we get that on the screen. There we are. The SCP Foundation. Secure, contain, protect. Hey, Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Even so, SCP recognizes it. Hell yeah. Warning. The Foundation database is classified. Access by unauthorized personnel is strictly prohibited. Perpetrators will be tracked, located, and detained. Thankfully, my uncle is Mr. SCP, so he let me have access to all of the files. So, here's what we're going to do for the beginning. I'm going to click on this button right here. Random SCP. It's going to give us a random SCP from the thousands of SCPs on this wiki. There are literally thousands. So, let's get started. I have no idea what... I don't know any... I know a lot about the SCP, but most of what I know is just the common ones you see, and a few of the other, like, smaller ones. So I'm going to click on this random one. It's going to give us a random page of SCP. SCP 6992. And send over that SCP-6992 draft as soon as possible. Any more issues can be sorted amongst yourselves. Goodbye. The administrator closed his antiquated flip phone and placed it back within its charging cradle on the wall. Picking up a cup of steaming coffee and taking a measured sip, he let out a sigh of content as the caffeine energized his tired body, despite the effect being quite diminished from one too many cups. Walking through the dreary hallway of Site-00, the only occupant of the facility entered his office and headed for the computer terminal of considerable age that sat upon his desk, pausing briefly to give the well-loved and well-kept potted houseplant in the corner of the room a suspicious glance. Sitting at the terminal, he placed his cup down next to the keyboard before resting his tired fingers upon the keys. Lightly tapping the enter key just once brought up the search he had been running on the forbidden database, the one that only he knew of and had access to, the collective knowledge of the past foundations or their equivalents, saved on an anomalous server in a location even he didn't know. I have no idea what the fuck this is about. This is not a standard SCP page. The knowledge of those that came before was a powerful thing, only to be used in extreme circumstances. The circumstance with SCP-6992 wasn't extreme yet, but he had to know what happened, and why it happened. Actually, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. It's getting a little too intense. A little too intense. There. He had already searched through countless articles and messages over the past week, yet remained no closer to solving the mystery. Moving the weathered trackball mouse, he clicked on the latest entry. What, pray tell, is this? Oh, this is interesting. In Reddit. Object number SCP-6992. Anomaly class Apollyon. Specific containment parameters. This is all marked out. So with "it's too late, it's the end, I'm sorry." Signed, the administrator. This is the administrator's one reading this, interestingly enough. SCP-6992 instances attempting to breach Foundation sites and areas must be eradicated by any means necessary. Preservation of Foundation personnel and locations required to maintain containment on SCP objects is highest priority. All edible stockpiles containing flora, matter of any kind, must be incinerated. What that potted plant in the corner, he eyes suspiciously. At no point should Foundation personnel come in contact with or be in proximity of any natural planetary flora, unless strictly required in regards to eradication. Any non-Foundation personnel attempting to access Foundation sites and areas must be searched for concealed flora before admittance is granted. Concealed flora are to be eradicated. Information. SCP-6992 is an anomaly affecting all natural flora upon the planetary body designated as Earth. Okay, we're already getting into the cosmic horror part of the reading. First stage of the anomaly, documented in 1979, February 21st, is the increased growth rate of planetary flora, starting with flora commonly referred to as weeds. The anomaly soon spreads to affect all flora on a global scale, with the growth rate increasing to 400% of a flora's usual estimated growth period. What initially caused the anomaly to appear is unknown. The second stage of the anomaly, documented 1991 and August 13th, is the ability to flora to grow roots on surfaces made of almost any material. Observation has documented flora samples growing on wood, titanium, cement, and glass. The roots of flora within materials such as these weakens the strength of the material, damaging floors and walls with an increased likelihood of structural collapse if the flora are not eradicated. Growth rate for flora upon surface materials that aren't Earth soil are dependent on the density of the material. The growth rate of flora rooting within a block of lead has an estimated 200% below current growth rates. The third and current stage of the anomaly, documented September 1st, 2006, is a second increase in the growth rate of flora, tripling the effect of the first stage. Flora now can grow to full maturity anywhere, within a few days and regardless of surface material. At this point, standard containment of SCP-6992 outside of Foundation sites and areas is now impossible. All Foundation efforts are to be redirected to maintaining current locations for as long as possible. Additional, Incident 69921. On November 5th, 2006, Foundation personnel at Site-05 were authorized to use the anomalous abilities of a Keter-class Reality Bender SCP to contain or eradicate SCP-6992. What? SCP-7076 was instructed by its researchers to wish all the plants to become normal. At approximately 7:19 on November 5th, SCP-7076's anomalous power activated. All planetary flora worldwide were transmogrified into Caucasian middle-aged men, with facial appearances identical to the researchers assigned to SCP-7076. All transmogrified instances of SCP-6992 immediately became hostile to Foundation personnel. Wish all the plants to become normal. All flora worldwide were transmogrified into Caucasian middle-aged men. God. What the hell? I take responsibility. It was my proposal to use 76 like this, and it fucked us. We can only assume that when it was used to make the flora become normal, its powers turned the flora into what 76 perceived as normal, which turned out to be the research staff assigned to it. I've lost contact with almost every location now. I think I might be the last one left. I have no choice but to activate the reset protocol. There's no saving this world anymore. For those that come after us, do not use reality benders. I cannot stress that enough. Their powers are unpredictable and they always come with a cost we have paid in blood. We failed. I'm so sorry. Wow, this is already fucked up. This is already fucked up, dude. The administrator took another sip of his beverage, exhausted eyes staring at the last words on the screen. How many times had he seen that particular warning now? How many times of his predecessors chose not to heed it or never saw it until it was too late? He glanced back at the potted plant. He had to continue the search. Time could be running out. The next record after that was from a foundation that never saw 6992 coming until it was too late. He couldn't blame them for that, though. No foundation would be ready for something like that in 1898. In 1898? More records were skimmed over, all from foundations that had SCP-6992 occur much earlier than the others. It was frankly miraculous that these instances had found SCP-2000 and used procedure Lazarus-01 in time. He had thought as he barely gave them a glance. He paused with the next record on the display list. No documentation, only a video file. So is this like a multiple universe kind of deal? His curiosity mildly piqued. He clicked on it and began to play. Oh boy, there's a lot of reading. But I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'm invested. The face of an old woman filled the screen. Her skin wrinkled with advanced age and pale with the absence of sunlight for so long. My fucking nose is getting stopped up. It made him wonder how long she had been down here by herself. This is a video message to the next cycle, if there is another one. Cycle, this is like a cyclic thing. Like those that came before us, we have failed in our duty to secure, contain, and protect this fragile existence we call life. Not for a lack of trying, I'll have you know. She seemed to catch herself from going on a tirade with a heavy sigh. The creak of her chair as she shifted caught on the video. Best start at the beginning, I suppose. SCP-6992. The damn plants had to go and become an anomaly on our asses, didn't they? 92 years dedicated to the botanical sciences, all down the proverbial drain. Started sometime in the 90s. Can't remember the exact date, but we noticed it around the same time everyone else did. Plants growing at an advanced rate started with common garden weeds before spreading to the flowers, then the crops, the bushes, the trees. He waved a hand. You get the picture. At the time, I was excited. Not often these old bones get to do some botanical research these days. Containment was complicated, but we managed it. Required us having to invest rather heavily in many gardening and agricultural enterprises. But it was all necessary to maintain the veil. Her face fell. Then the GOC, in all their blundering stupidity, did what they did best. Something very moronic. I don't know if you have the Global Occult Coalition in your cycle, or if they act the same, but for us, they love to destroy anything that even smelled anomalous. So you can imagine their faces when all the plants on the planet turned out to be one giant SCP. Okay. Despite the sullen look, she gave a small chuckle at the thought. They were hopping mad, trying to stop everyone from touching plants, working with plants. Hell, they even funded this massive campaign to get everyone to become pure meat eaters. Didn't have to interfere with that. The combined might of vegans and vegetarians handled that. Okay. It was all pretty funny up until they deployed a highly contagious virus with anomalous properties. engineered to kill off all the plants. We stopped laughing then. She looked away from the camera for a moment. In hindsight, we should have been more active in our GOI counter-ops. But what was done was done. What they did broke my heart, but I knew what was coming with 6992. I hated myself for not stopping it, but at the same time, I weighed it as a necessary evil. I was so horribly wrong. A single tear rolled down her wrinkled skin. Within a matter of days, the GOC's virus mutated rapidly out of control. It stopped killing the plants and started killing everything else. Animals, insects, humans. No idea if 6992 caused the mutation or not, but within a week we had a global epidemic on our hands, and the death toll was in the thousands. By the end of the month, it was millions. We poured everything we had into trying to stop what we called SCP-6001 by that point. It took 5 billion lives and almost a year to do, but we contained it, eradicated it. The camera panned back, revealing a room with practically every surface covered in beautiful, blooming flowers of all colors. As you can see, SCP-6992 reached its third stage in that time. Seems like its stages advanced more quickly, if it isn't being actively combated or contained. I knew the fight was lost by that point. We failed to contain it. Too busy trying to stop another SCP. I've already initiated the Lazarus Protocol. Don't have any choice. She wiped her eyes free of tears with a shaking, withered hand. Whoever you are, wherever you are, keep these 3 words burning alive. Secure, contain, protect. This is the Administrator signing off for the last time. She raised her arm in a shaky salute. The video ended after that. Dude, what the fuck? A little nutty, huh? Okay. The Administrator grimly returned the salute to the screen. Predecessor, rest well. Those words have meaning and purpose more so than ever. He reached for his cup and tried to take a sip, only to find cool dregs at the bottom. With a disgruntled sigh, he set the cup down. He was nearing the end. A refill on caffeine could wait a while. After allowing a moment to stretch his sore muscles, he went back to the search, his eyes passing over dozens of records and articles, reading the similar pattern of words again and again. The plants became anomalous. Someone tried to contain them. The containment failed as usual, and whoever was left was forced to have hope the people that came next would fix it. Hope that the cycle of life, death, and reset would end. The Foundations tried everything it seemed like. This one seems pretty tame. Yeah, in like the horror aspect, it's pretty tame. But in like the world-ending, like reality-bending aspect, it's kind of whack. The Foundation tried everything it seemed like. One attempted to engineer a virus like in the last video, and just like that virus, it went out of control very fast, turning humans into the Walking Dead. Others leaned heavily on the use of anomalies in their containment of SCP-6992. Most failed, some backfired. One even caused a completely different XK scenario to occur. I'm assuming that's a world-ending scenario. Unsurprisingly, several Foundations ignored the warnings of the past and tried to use reality benders as a means of containment. It went as well as one would expect. In fact, one Foundation's folly led to 6992 developing a new 4th stage, where the plants were able to root and grow from the flesh of humans and animal life like a fungal infection. An effect that reappeared in every iteration after its creation. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Administrator was starting to lose hope. The bottom of the list of past records was coming up alarmingly fast. Was this Foundation about to face the same fate? Was this a truly endless cycle? At just over a dozen records from the end of the list, He was on the verge of giving up, so lost in his thoughts and worries that he clicked the next record open on autopilot, and had to pause the video and rewind it to make sure he had heard it correctly. Said, the cycle ends today. He blinked in surprise. An elderly African-American man, using a sleek metal cane to keep himself standing, stared defiantly through the screen at the administrator. Unlike the other videos recorded in a room of Site 00, this one appeared to be filmed within one of the other sites with the SCP emblem prominently visible in the background. "The cycle ends today," he declared with a voice full of authority and determination. He still had hope. "To whoever comes after us, listen very carefully. We have been trapped in an endless cycle with an anomalous effect, frequently designated as SCP-6992. In previous iterations, for long enough that I can't even access the first records of its appearance. They're buried deep under thousands and thousands of failures, of broken dreams and false hopes. I spent my first month as the Foundation's administrator combing through every single record on this anomaly, and I have found a solution." He flashed a smile at the camera. "It's clear that the Foundation alone cannot stop SCP-6992 from manifesting and spreading. But 2 Foundations, or 3, or as many as it takes, working together one after the other to continue the work started by us, by those that come after us, we might have a chance. I spent the entire resources of my Foundation not focused on maintaining containment to research ways to contain SCP-6992. Not focused on maintaining containment, to research ways to contain. Okay. Several showed promise, but none of them we can achieve by ourselves. No one can. No one has enough time to get far enough by themselves." He reached into his lab coat and pulled out an external hard drive. "On here are 60 years of research and planning. We laid the groundwork, now you must continue it. And when your time reaches its end, pass it on. Keep the message going. Keep giving them hope. The contents of this drive will be stored in the Forbidden database. We'll also leave messages in areas not affected by the reset procedures such as SCP-2000, so someone knows to actually check the database in time." He glanced to the side as someone from off-camera spoke in a hushed tone that the video failed to capture properly. He gave them a grim nod before facing the camera again with a sad smile. "I'm afraid our time is up. The 4th stage is ordered to emerge, and as much as I love a beautiful flower, I do not plan on becoming a human-sized plant pot for one. You know what to do." Someone handed him what was unmistakably a handgun, which he took in one hand. He looked it over for a moment before smiling ruefully at the camera. "Good luck to you all. Secure, contain, protect." He raised the barrel of the weapon to his head. The video ended before the trigger was pulled. I'm hooked. The administrator checked, and just as his predecessor had said, there were hundreds of files dedicated to containing SCP-6992 attached with the video file. He was tempted to check them for their possible solutions and see what his Foundation could use, but there were still more records left, only a handful now. But unlike the ones that came before, each one had the actual, real promise of success. Eager with anticipation, he left his desk and moved as swiftly as he could to grab more coffee. He needed to stay awake just a little longer, long enough to check the last records to see what was left to be done. The next video was of an older gentleman that reminded him of Clef. Don't know who Clef is. Addressing him from the same room that he sat in now. He reported that some of the options from the last video were dead ends, but others showed promise. He announced that his Foundation would pool all of its efforts into the research needed for just one of the solutions. Nanomachines smaller than the cells in a plant or a human. He explained that the science involved in making sure the nanomachines could stop the anomaly, keep themselves hidden so the veil could be preserved, and to persist after the Lazarus procedure would take several lifetimes to fully calculate and be understood. Fortunately, there's only an infinite amount of Foundation iterations left after us. I think we might get it done with time to spare, he told the camera with a wink and a smirk. They couldn't work on it anymore, but the promise remained. It's up to you now, whoever you are. Keep working with us, and those after you. We can do this. He had declared triumphantly as the video ended. The next video announced that work on developing the nanomachines was progressing slowly. Snags were hit with achieving the 3 requirements, but they were confident that the work could be achieved. The Foundation after them did what they could also, but didn't get much further. The administrator could see the hope in his predecessor's eyes waver as she relayed the news. The ones after them, however, reaffirmed that hope. Breakthroughs were made, plans for factories to build the machines and the plans for the nanites themselves were developed and refined repeatedly. Nanomachines, son! Exactly. Each Foundation wanting to make sure that when it came time to contain SCP-6992, at last, it would work. The mouse cursor hovered over the last record, the one most recently added. The administrator had to temper his emotions, though that feeling of doubt crept back in. There had been no messages left by the last Foundations. No words of guidance or warning, like what had been left for the others, were found. Did they succeed? Was it finally over? It began to play. He clicked on the last video. It began to play. The video opened with a smartly dressed middle-aged woman standing behind the podium that bore the emblem of the Foundation, superimposed over a symbol of Earth. It strangely reminded him of the White House press room. She smiled warmly as she gave the camera a brief wave of the hand. Hello, my name is Samantha Flowers. I'm the 34th president of the SCP Coalition. The date is August the 12th, 2092. I am talking to you from Site 32, located on the Moon, and I hopefully have good news to give you. If you have seen the other videos and records before this one, then you know the impossible cause. Many have lived and died for. If you haven't, then please do so now. You wouldn't want anything spoilt. She chuckled and waited for a moment before continuing. Okay then, in the last video our predecessors had refined the plans for the Anomaly's containment to near perfection. Our Foundation decided that our iteration would be the one to make it a reality. They did the math and calculated the average time it took for SCP-6992 to manifest, and they realized they couldn't achieve full production and a sufficient quantity of the nanites in time. Especially given the technology limitations of 1921, the year they learnt of all this. So they took a different path to all the other Foundations. Not only did they go public, but they went for total global unity. Considering some of the horrors and anomalies that had contained by then, I wasn't surprised that they brought the whole world together in just 5 years. United under 3 words: secure, contain, protect. Got some headphones and I can hear? Alright. The camera panned up to reveal the 3 words written in white on a black background, just out of sight in the original shot, before focusing on Samantha again. The entire world started to work on the factories which would build the nanites. We thought we could do it in time, but we weren't so lucky. 1968 was when SCP-6992's first stage manifested. The president at the time knew that unless the plan was changed, it would be delayed to the next cycle once again. He was determined not to let that happen. Is that fucking Kennedy at that time? That's Kennedy at 68, right? Oh no, the President of the United States is the president of the SCP Foundation. I'm stupid. But that would be Kennedy in the US at that time. So we switched focuses from containment to the stars. We switched focus from containment to the stars. Interesting. We spent 50 years getting as many people as we could off the Earth and onto space stations, the Moon, and other planets. SCP-120 was a big help in that regard. Her face faded as her smile faded as her face became forlorn. The 4th stage manifested in early 2014. We were forced to leave the remaining population of Earth to die. and shot down any spacecraft that tried to make orbit. We didn't have a choice. SCP-6992 could not be allowed to leave the planet. We watched from space as the last lights of Earth went out one by one, until the planet went dark, choked to death by its own nature. Turns out that if SCP-6992 continues until it covers every inch of the planet, when there's no humans or animals or insects to help maintain the balance of nature, then the plants can't survive. Some hardy species that didn't require any intervention or help from fauna survived, but an estimated 90% of all flora species went extinct by 2080. She gave a sad shrug. No one to spread pollen, to scatter seeds, or to temper growth. Some people thought nature had turned against us. But the sad truth is that nature was always against itself. SCP-4049 would have liked the cure, yeah. She took a deep breath and dabbed at her eyes with a pocket handkerchief. But hopefully that won't happen to you. From the safety of space, we had all the time and resources we ever needed to manufacture the nanites, and an orbital delivery system that guaranteed global coverage with the nanites. With the nanites to be distributed as soon as our cycle ends. As I speak, an expedition is on its way to SCP-2000 to initiate what we call Project Procedure Lazarus 01, but what the previous iterations have called the Reset Protocol, amongst other variations. She walked out from behind the podium and closer to the camera. Unlike the previous iterations who reset everything to a point just before the creation of the Foundation, we're turning back the clock to June 8th, 1921, the day we first learned of SCP-6992. It's our hope that you and your Foundation won't have to worry about 6992 at all. And the most concern you'll ever have is figuring out what you are going to give the number to instead of this. What you were going to give the number to instead of this. I don't understand what that sentence means. All you have to is figure out what you are going to give the number to instead of this. Oh. What you're going to give 6992 the number, the designation to, instead of the world-ending plants. Okay, got it. That said, it's equally as likely this plan fails, in which case, it's up to you to start this new cycle of cooperation all over again. Inspire and give hope to those after you. She gave the camera a wry smile. No pressure, right? She lifted her arm and activated a holographic display from her wristwatch, checking a series of unintelligible notes. And that's everything. We'll never know if this works or not. But even as our cycle ends and yours begins, I can at least dream that we did everything right, and that we finally contained SCP-6992, and brought an end to this never-ending torment. So, future administrator or president or whatever you're called, good luck. She saluted the camera with a look of determination. The video ended with a cut to 3 white words on a black screen beneath a familiar emblem. Big booty bitches. And it was the Pornhub community. Okay. No. I'm sure it was secure, contained, protect. The administrator leaned back in his chair, trying to rub the tiredness from his eyes. But his exhaustion failed to dampen the smile on his face. That explains that, he mumbled to himself. Now he knew the whole story, or at least enough of it. His speakers emitted a cheerful electronic chirp, and he sat up straight. There was a new email in his inbox from the O5 Council, with the latest draft of SCP-6992. Fighting off the grip of sleep one last time, he opened the email and opened the draft. Proposed 6992 draft.rtf. The following document is a proposed draft and should not be used as an official reference or documentation. Item number SCP-692, official object class awaiting approval, provisional object class is Euclid. Special containment procedures. Foundation assets are to monitor the field of botany, biology, and nanotechnology for any references or mentions of SCP-6992, and run disinformation and discredit campaigns where necessary to suppress the existence of SCP-6992. I'm getting tired of saying SCP-6992. Experimentations of nanotechnology upon plant-based life are to be prevented by any means necessary. 6992 is a series of square-shaped nanites. Now SCP-6992 is the nanites instead of the plants. So they did succeed. A series of square-shaped nanites, approximately 1 micrometers in diameter, with the logo of the... Is that yeah, that's micrometers. In diameter, with the logo of the SCP Foundation printed upon the surface, with limbs consisting of a fixed needle-like appendage on one side, and approximately 12 flexible appendages for locomotion on all other sides. SCP-6992 is unable to be observed within the light's spectrum and cannot be viewed via non-anomalous means. Samples of SCP-6992 show no identifiable anomalous materials used to construct it. Is present within all life form on Earth and has yet to be found in any animal life, insect life, or human life as of April 23, 2031. The population cannot be accurately calculated, but is theorized to be in the octillions, based on the average population density within a collection of surveyed hosts. Analysis reveals seeds forming with instances of SCP-6992 already present within them. Non-flora life forms consuming plant material. Non-flora life forms consuming plant material with the nanites present have shown no adverse effects from the nanites. I cannot read, dude. With the nanites present have shown no adverse effects, and the nanites are destroyed by the digestion process with no trace remains found with samples of excrement. SCP-6992 has to date displayed only 2 directives. The first directive is self-replication, using minerals obtained from their host plants to reproduce. Current instances will fabricate replacements for older instances, or impregnate developing seeds within a plant to allow SCP-6992 to spread when the seeds are removed. The second directive remains unknown. Observations and testing are currently in progress to identify the second directive. SCP-6992 has been observed to use its needle-like appendages to pierce the nucleus of plant cells as part of its directive. Examinations of plant cells in the nuclei before and after SCP-6992 instances perform its second directive show no changes or alterations. 6992 was discovered during testing of an electron microscope with anomalous properties. Okay. Despite bearing the logo of the SCP Foundation, no records regarding the creation and distribution of 6992 have been found. Origins remain unknown. He smiled ruefully. I suppose time will tell if they manage to break the cycle, though. Though, he stretched once more. I feel hopeful indeed. Stifling a yawn, he downloaded the draft and sent to work editing a copy, using documents provided by the previous cycles to supply the information for his changes. Several hours and another cup of coffee later, and 2 versions of SCP-6992 documentation sat in a folder on the screen. I like this type of horror, but cosmic horror or something else. SCP-1548. I'll look that up next. I'll look that one up next. That sounds interesting. He sent the original draft back in an email to the O5, approving its contents but advising it to be restricted to level 5 clearance. The edited copy remained exclusive to him and those that came after. Let them live in blissful ignorance, he told the only other living thing in the room, turning in his chair to face the potted plant. He gave it a smile. What surprises do you have for us next, I wonder? He asked the plant, which predictably didn't respond. It didn't need to. One last task before he could finally rest. His edited copy of the draft was sent to the Forbidden database. Hopefully the last time the records of SCP-6992 will ever be updated. Turning off his computer and giving the plant a respectful nod, he left the room and shuffled in the direction of his sleeping quarters. For the first time in days, the administrator dreamed of a happy tomorrow. Aww. Now let's read the edited copy. Object class Hyamol. I don't know any of these object classes mean. I know what Keter means and other ones, like the main 3, I guess, but I don't know what these are. I don't know what Polyon or Hyamol or whatever the fuck these other ones are. Foundation. This is a long one. Foundation assets are to monitor the fields of botany. Yeah. What's different? Oh, 69921. Okay, I get it. They're calling it 69921. As SCP-69921 is the current method of containing 9922, all efforts are to focus on maintaining containment and concealment of SCP-69921. 992 refers to two separate but related anomalies affecting the natural flora of Earth. As a series of... Okay, yep. Anything new? They show... Yeah, okay. Present all that plant life... Yep. The second directive is to contain SCP-69922 by the genetic modification of the host plant's DNA to prevent or suppress manifestation. Observations of the nanites have shown them using the needle-like appendage to pierce the nucleus of cells, presumably for the editing or transfer of genetic information contained within. 922 is a spontaneous anomaly that affects all known plant life on Earth regardless of origin. The manifestation of 9922's effects cannot be accurately predicted, but records from previous Foundation iterations show a manifestation period between 1898 and 2021. 9922 has 4 stages. The first stage is the accelerated growth rate of plant life, spreading gradually from species to species, but always starting with plants, commonly identified as weeds. The second stage is instantaneous for all plant species, allowing plants to root and grow from almost any material currently known to the Foundation. The growth rate is dependent on the density of the material with... Okay, we already know this. So far, SCP-69922 has been successfully contained and prevented from manifestations as of April 23rd, 2031. Note from the Administrator, mission accomplished. Oh yeah. Anything above the main 3 means special containment stuff, like very specific to that said entity? Yeah, I kind of figured. So what is Hyamol? Let's look up what Hyamol is. What is Hyamol? Of or relating to winter. Wintry, okay. Means winter. Got it. Alright, so let's look up 1548, because I'm interested in that. Let's do 1548. Oh, okay. Can I look up? Oh, okay, we can. Content archives. Any more? Oh, I see. So we want this one. Got it. 48. Right here. The Star, the Hateful. This sounds like gonna be interesting. How long is this? Ooh, boy. Interesting. Alright. I mean, let's find some different music. Let's kick it up a notch. Not kick it up a notch, but let's just change it. How about this? That's pretty good. Alright, let's loop this. This is also made by Coag Music. This is the, this is what I'm listening to. There's one SCP that's just a bunch of little block creatures that represent each element of the periodic table. That's fucking wacky. Alright. Like the host little art galleries, that's cute. Okay, SCP-1548. Welcome, 056. You have one file pending review. Display file, yes. Accessing file, SCP-1548. Item number, SCP-1548. Object class, Keter. Special containment procedures. Foundation satellites, Malak Bell 1 through 10 will monitor the south pole of the sun. for SCP-1548. Under Protocol Koyash-Vur... Koyash-Vur? What's this word? Koyash-Vur. Let's look this up. Okay, well, it doesn't tell me. It just comes back to this. All Foundation space stations and off-planet bases within the solar system will have the monitoring of the sun as their secondary mission objective. Connections will be maintained with major space agencies under Operation Stygian Iris for enhanced monitoring of the anomaly, with accurate information on the phenomena restricted to specified personnel. As it is not feasible to place limitations on all solar telescopes, it is expected that civilians will observe SCP-1548 on occasion. Yep. Foundation... Okay, that's interesting. As it is not feasible to place limitations on all solar telescopes, it is expected that civilians will observe SCP on occasion. I'm just going to say SCP instead of the number, because it's kind of tiring. Foundation personnel embedded in... No, I'm just going to say the number, whatever. Foundation personnel embedded in scientific agencies will disseminate misleading information... Okay, I need to breathe slower. I need to take a breath. Okay, I'm going to take a breath. I got to fucking get some water. I'm reading too fast. It's my bad habit. Foundation personnel embedded in scientific agencies will disseminate misleading information on SCP-1548 and all thaumaturgic symbols that manifest, describing them as unusual but natural phenomena. All other information on of the anomaly and related symbols is subject to standard Foundation censorship protocols. That's interesting. That picture's cool. I guess it's like a solar flare? Or a solar storm? Description: SCP-1548 is the designation of various anomalous solar phenomena, primarily occurring at the south pole of the Sun. There are three types of known SCP-1548 events. 1. 6 equidistant ovular sunspots, approximately 40,000 kilometers by 15,000 kilometers in size, appear. The ends of the sunspots converge after 23 hours, often accompanied with the formation of a solar prominence. What is a solar prominence? Let's look at that footnote. A large gaseous feature that extends off the sun's surface, normally forming a loop shape. Okay, got it. That typically takes the shape of thaumaturgic symbols. A coronal mass ejection will then occur around the sunspots, lasting 11 hours, with the prominence dissipating after 5 hours. Watch this be something moving in the sun? Dude, it could be. Could be something like fucking trying to get out, you know? 2. Begins similarly to 1. A solar prominence then forms from the site of the sunspot and breaks off from the sun. A solar prominence then forms from the site of the sunspots and breaks off from the sun, moving away from it, and likely entering interstellar space. The event lasts for 2 hours. 3. Sunspots form thaumaturgical symbols, which range in size. This can occur in conjunction with other events or separately. Unlike the previous two phenomena, these sunspots do not commonly manifest in a single area. Okay, what are the thaumaturgical symbols? Oh, okay. Interesting. So it forms shit like this. Alright. The first recorded event was on 17th of May, 1983, where an SCP-3 event was observed, showing thaumaturgic symbol 2201V1, refer to Addendum 1. Okay, it's right here. The event was classified as extranormal event 9008 until similar occurrences were observed, leading to the classification of the SCP. There's a video about SCP-1548. We'll probably won't be able to watch it on stream, but I might check it out later. Might find it, or If you want, Reaper, if you're in the Discord, send me the link on the Discord and I'll put it in the chat so people can watch it later, whenever I'm done with this. Okay. Thaumaturgical symbol identification. The Department of Thaumaturgy has successfully identified and determined the nature of several symbols seen in SCP-1548. Below is a list of the symbols, denoted with V, if they are a variation of the symbol. V1 denotes the original or first discovered version of the symbol. Unnamed, only seen in SCP-1548. If inscribed on any telescopic device by a person with thaumaturgic abilities, the device will show psionic entities with malicious intent toward the user. Oh. After a total 4 hours of use, users without psionic abilities will experience symptoms of psychosis. So if you inscribe the symbol on a fucking telescope or a telescopic device, like a I don't know, glasses or something, the device will show psionic entities with malicious intent, evil creatures. V2, known as the Calafastian Isle. Calafastian Isle. What is this? What does Calafastian mean? Okay, well, redirects back to that. Calafastian Isle among various occultist groups. When affixed or projected onto a material, it will strengthen the material, enhancing its ability to absorb kinetic and electromagnetic energy. Materials may be hidden from sight as well. Sun demons, yeah, kinda. The 7. It goes to 7. Known as the 12 Holy Owls of Serenithium. Origin among humans unknown. When the symbol is affixed to a weapon or object used with the intent to harm, any entity killed by the weapon will annihilate the immediate space around it. The size of the annihilation zone is proportional to the size of the entity killed. This annihilation zone has no effect on materials reinforced with TS-381. Okay. Just wait, it gets worse? Okay. I'm gonna like try not to scroll too far so you can't read ahead of them. Of note is 61% of observed thaumaturgic symbols pertain to the anomalous Orthothan mythology and religious beliefs. Orthothan. Church of the Second Hytoth. Oh man. This is a fucking cult. Pertain to the anomalous Orthothan mythology and religious beliefs. There's Addendum 2, what does it say? The central aspects of Orthothan mythology are that the universe is the second universe to exist, and that it has been protected from extra-universal invasions by 7 guardian deities. Only one of these deities, Rakamo Lucen, the Holy Fourth, is said to be alive in the present day. Okay. TS-1817, this one, the V7 one, originates from Orthothan cultists in the 1800s, and TS-381, the reinforcement one, has been used by members of the Church of the Second Hytoth, a prominent Orthothan group of interest in avoiding capture by the Foundation. Why this is the case is unclear. Addendum 2, Event 154829. On the 23rd of December, 2016, several SCP-15481 events occurred in rapid succession. Although interpretation of these symbols is still underway, 381, 1817, and 2201 manifested multiple times during these events. 20 non-anomalous Orthothan language symbols and phrases for protection formed as well. 20 non-anomalous Orthothan language symbols and phrases for protection formed as well. Oh man, it just sounds like those astrology girls are onto something. I know. 47 hours later, 5 SCP-15482 events occurred in the span of 2 hours. Over the next month, a dense cloud of ionizing radiation began forming around the solar system, surrounding the heliopause, a region surrounding the solar system where solar winds collides in it with interstellar wind, creating a bubble around the solar system known as the heliosphere. Interesting. Although initially at largely unnoticeable amounts, the cloud increased in magnitude until no light from the outside universe could enter by the 20th of January 2017. The origin of the cloud is presumed to be from the sequence of SCP-1548 events, though the combined amount of particles produced was too small to form a structure on this scale. Of note is that Foundation telescopes have noticed thalmic tessellations, patterns of grids of polygons formed when high amounts of thaumaturgic energy is released. Okay. Thalmic tessellations, resembling grids of pyramids periodically forming along the cloud. As the night sky is now entirely altered, Foundation censorship protocols cannot be fully executed. The dissemination of incorrect scientific information regarding the solar system entering a dense cloud of cosmic dust is in progress. Scientific information describing the actual nature of the ionizing radiation cloud will be censored as per Contingency Galileo 2. Addendum 3, Recurrent Phenomenon. Following Event 154829, a high amount of significant anomalous phenomena have occurred. The following is a list of the events, updated as of 26th of January 2017. Okay. Okay. Got it. Alright, look. Reaper, I got it. When you go out at night, how many stars do you see? Stop! Stop! No! God, no! Oh, man! Reaper. The implication. 24th of December, 2016. The Falcon Light. A commercial spacecraft made and launched by aerospace company SpaceX. Oh, Elon Musk. The Falcon Light suddenly lost 50% of its mass during its flight to the ISS, causing the death of all crew. Foundation satellites captured video of the event, showing that half of the spacecraft disappeared along the midline, jettisoning any crew still inside into the Earth's atmosphere. Radio signals were received soon afterwards from beyond the heliopause. Although suspected to originate from the other half of the spacecraft, the decoded signals match no known spoken or written language. All launch plans for manned spacecraft have been cancelled, both inside and outside the Foundation. A cover story involving a faulty booster has been disseminated. 29th of December, 5 days afterward, the ISS ceased standard communications and began broadcasting visual and auditory cognitohazards. Ceased standard communications and began broadcasting visual and auditory cognitohazards. All subjects exposed to any of the cognitohazards enter a trance state and eventually have their brain vanish. Their brains vanish? 2 hours after, Foundation satellites detect a sharp increase in thaumaturgic particles in orbit, all found to be originating from the Sun. The ISS abruptly changed its trajectory to follow a course that would result in re-entry, certain to destroy the entire station in February 2017. Classification of the ISS as anomaly is pending approval. SCP-2713 was found to be entirely empty. I'm guessing this is the ISS, right? Oh. Abandoned billiard hard in a room which leads to an extra-dimensional space. What? Okay, we'll read that in a little bit, I guess. Was found to be entirely empty. Most of the interior of the building had been destroyed. Claw marks, scorched walls, and blood strewn across the room indicate signs of a significant struggle. In the abandoned billiard hall in rural Alabama, which leads to an extra-dimensional space. Okay, reclassification to neutralize is pending approval. January 5th. During a political demonstration in front of the Reichstag in Berlin, Germany, a thaumaturgic way leading to an unknown pocket dimension opened near the protesters. Koru Archpriest Farah Onteas, Church of the Second High-Toth leader, and known person of interest, exited and announced that a shelter had been built. Further information is limited, as all persons in the area promptly entered the way, including 2 undercover Foundation agents. The way closed immediately after. Censorship of the event is in progress. An unknown Eigen weapon, anomalous weapon of mass destruction, was activated during protests at Times Square. A violent explosion destroyed the entirety of Midtown Manhattan, leveling surrounding buildings and severely damaging other nearby areas within a 6-kilometer radius. The death toll is undetermined. A high number of Tartarian entities and demonic possessions have been observed in 11-kilometer radius around the blast's epicenter. Persons with confirmed connection to the Chaos Insurgency have publicly blamed the event on a global shadow organization. SCP-179 established contact for a single moment, signing Defend before descending below the sun's surface and vanishing. The fuck is this? Hyamol. Humanoid entity located at a constant distance of approximately 40,000 kilometers from the south polar region of the solar photosphere, locked to the rotation axis of Sol. However, it does not orbit it. The most recent recordings of SCP-179 indicate that it seems to maintain a continuous orbit. It's like some fucking... Okay. Okay, so this is a, some dude that hangs around the sun. Interesting. Defend. The frequency of SCP-1548 events has dramatically increased since this event, with at least 2 occurring per day. The radiation cloud fully obscures the night sky. Global amnestisation under the NUI protocol. Amnesticization. Jesus Christ, it's a hard word to say. Under the NUI protocol is enacted by the Foundation and completed at 78% efficiency. Several paramilitary organizations, which includes world governments and anomalous groups, take this opportunity to attempt to further their own personal goals. Joint Foundation and Global Occult Coalition forces have been assembled to combat these groups. Efforts are ongoing. Hmm. 2821, following a sudden expansion size to a diameter of 1.7 kilometers, vanished. What? What is this one? Spherical spatial anomaly. Theorized to be a true vacuum, located in an area in a spherical cavern with a diameter of... SCP changes erratically the speed of light, though it concurrently has a diameter. Any objects entering... which change at random intervals, often cause instructions to an object at times. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, this is like some weird sphere of influence, some weird sphere that has like a different kind of physics in it. Diameter of 1.7 kilometer, vanished. The nearby lunar area 32 suffered a minimum of 38 casualties and lost 10 anomalies from the expansion enveloping and destroying sections of the facility under the anomaly's different laws of physics. Based on readings from Minkowski space-time monitors, it is hypothesized that SCP-2821 formed a wormhole leading to another region of the universe. Misinformation to explain the newly formed hemispherical crater on the lunar surface is being disseminated. Okay. Experimental Foundation devices began detecting tachyons moving at undetermined faster-than-light speeds. Analysis found that these are likely a new form of SCP-3417 transmission, though with major deviations from their standard contents. This was observed until being abruptly cut off, presumably due to the radiation cloud. What the fuck is this one now? No, I didn't want to do that. Go back. I want to drag this up. There we go. Gotta hop out. Have one dying. Okay, alright, man. See you, Satan. We'll read about the whores. Organic extraterrestrial entity located near the center of the Terzin 2 globular cluster, moving at a velocity of 205 kilometers a second. 40 kilometers long body is comprised of 2 cones of equal size, with the bases connected to the four. This is like a fucking alien. It's an alien. Transmitters. Dude, so much information. Further information is below. Okay. Currently under review. Transmission 341762. I'm guessing this is... Okay, yeah, okay, what is this? Begin log. 3417. All orthothans here. All orthothans must listen now. Unknown symbol 30. Stars lost. Unknown. A unit of time? Ago, the first invasion occurred. The gods were unprepared, never comprehending the fragility of the universe after its creation. Second city lost. The extra-universal abominations invaded, and the gods did not die. Their duty in protecting existence. Transmission interference for 1 minute. Would not have won without orthothans. Symbol 31. Lost. The gods defended orthothans and existence. Orthothans defended the gods in existence. Illuminated star system. Lost. When united, we are strong. Interference for 25 minutes. 12 stars. Lost. The worlds must fight. The transmission stops. Joint Foundation and Global Occult Coalition forces have been mobilized for large-scale containment and threat neutralization operations. Cooperation with various governments to assist in cover-ups has begun, though these measures are hindered by the decisions of the Latvian, Estonian, and Georgian governments in declassifying documents on anomalous phenomena and Cold War paratech. All major containment sites are now under Level 5 high-security lockdown until further notice. Addendum 4, Experiment 215437. On 12th of June, 1999, it was determined by a unanimous 0-5 vote to enact a long-term plan to explore beyond the heliopause. Mission objectives were to confirm or deny hypotheses regarding extraterrestrial SCP objects and collect data on anomalous phenomena beyond the heliopause. As such, the Foundation probe Seraph-1 was constructed, then successfully launched on May 9th, 2000. The 27th of January 2017, an SCP-15481 event was initiated prior to Seraph-1 reaching the heliopause, forming the thaumaturgic symbols used in predicting the future. Following the SCP-15481 event, an SCP-2 event was initiated and launched. This one, however, deviated significantly from normal trajectories and curved sharply about 100 AU away from the Sun. Yes, that's astronomical units towards Seraph-1. Seraph-1 crossed the heliosphere 2 days before contact was lost from the intense radiation inside the solar prominence. All information collected by Seraph-1 is currently under review and pending classification. What the fuck? Okay, there's more to read. End of SCP-15481 file. There are 6 related files. Access files. Yes. Accessing materials. Displaying file 1 of 6. Okay. Record of decision. Overseer Council action. Motion as follows. End Veil Protocol under contingency uncloak 3. Yay. Okay, these are votes. Looks like the votes are tied. 1, 3, 5. Okay. Abstain none. Votes pending 6. Oh. This OS6 is not 056 is not respond. I'm guessing these are members of the board. There's 13 of them. Okay. Reclassify SCP-1548 as Hyamol and begin manually inducing 1548 events under Proposal 1548-12. Once again, the votes are even. 2 abstained, 1 is still pending. 056. Lang file 3 of 6. Seraph exploration transcript. Begin log. Seraph 1 is 100 kilometers away from Heliopause. The entire region, this is not that bad though. The entire region appears as a barrier of ionizing radiation, resembling a cloud and glowing a dull orange. The 05 are top brass. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for the confirmation. I kind of figured. I'm so fucking into this. Highly complex geometric patterns form on the surface, most 10,000 kilometers across. After an hour, the probe begins passing through Heliopause, entering interstellar space, and contact is lost. A connection is periodically reestablished over a period of 2 days, though the only meaningful data obtained is a tachyon transmission from SCP-3417. After that period, a stable connection with the probe begins. Many pieces of equipment were disabled by the radiation, though a rear camera continued to be operable. Behind Seraph 1 are masses of high-energy radiation that resemble solar flares, encompassing the entire visible section of the heliosphere as a barrier. Thousands of thaumaturgic symbols are present in these flares, most unidentified. Identified symbols serve to provide various forms of camouflage, the largest being warding sigils used in the Orthothan religion to repel extra-universal entities. At the approximate location where Seraph 1 exited, a large hole is forming, with the flames dissipated at its edges as it expands. Is this like some kind of giant fucking veil that it's hiding away the solar system? Made of like symbols and shit, kind of like God of War style with like that circle of like the blessed trees? Swarms of entities can be seen in the distance, surrounding the Heliopause. The bodies of each entity are highly asymmetrical and possess numerous appendages and unknown structures. The only common features are a gray body coloration, segments that erratically flash various colors, and fractal structures. Sizes are estimated to range from 10 kilometer to 10,000 kilometers, though some appear to be significantly larger on unknown scales. 2 of these entities, hereafter, we're calling them Omega 1 and Omega 2, pass by Seraph 1. Omega 1 is eel-like in shape, with 5 arms extending from random sections of its body, along with a mouth made of impossible geometric structures. The end of its body is surrounded by arachnid limbs, and frequently flickers into being translucent. Omega 2 is an oscillating and contorting tetrahedral object, leaving trails of black rocks that rapidly disintegrate. As the entity near the hole, the warding sigils glow red, causing red shock waves to appear around each one, significantly slowing their speed. Hey, what's up, Active? We're reading some cosmic horror. Omega 2 unfolds its body and releases glowing white orbs, which reach the sigils and expand into spiral patterns. The sigils demanifest and the shock waves lessen in luminosity. Omega 1 passes through the hull and accelerates out of Seraph 1's view. High amounts of thaumaturgic particles are detected and the hull is rapidly enveloped by solar flares. Hundreds of concentrated blasts of thaumic energy are shot out of the new flares and pierce through Omega 2, vaporizing it in seconds. How you doing, Active? We're reading about SCPs. At this point, the 27th of January, 2017 SCP-15482 Prominence passes through the Heliopause. Encountering Seraph 1 an hour later, contact is permanently lost. This is... Transmission 314763. Lost all near Orthothans must unite at blank. Cannons have been moved into orbit around the planets. The extra-universal invasion lessens. The gods protect us. Ortothans will survive. Pause in transmission for 7 minutes. Raku Lucen is dead. Pause in transmission for 1 minute. Gods lost. Drifted galaxy lost. Universe is unprotected. Universe is not lost. Ortothans are not lost. Ortothans. The transmission begins displaying a sequence of spiraling patterns and an encrypted image, found to show an entity resembling SCP-2821 when decrypted. Oh, okay. We have 2 more footnotes I want to look at. 8 at 9. Observation by foundation corresponding hole in distorted atomic constellation patterns. Term used in order Milky Way galaxy. Okay, interesting. Drifted galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy. Event 154835. On 30th of January 2017, the Foundation orbital vessel SCP-S Cortana. Cortana? Okay, I'm back and got my headphones working. Don't want to be traumatized. Don't want to traumatize the dogs. Yeah. Don't want to tell them about the inevitable end of the universe. Was fully outfitted with experimental anomalous weapon and propulsion systems. It was deployed to neutralize Omega-1, which had destroyed Pluto and other Kuiper Belt objects, following its entrance into the solar system. Oh. The vehicle arrived at Omega-1's location near Jupiter and engaged with the entity. Communication with the onboard crew was lost after 10 minutes. Footage from Foundation probes show the vehicle and entity became surrounded by a black substance and vanished. Going back. Welcome back, Cookie. We're reading about some crazy cosmic horror. 2 hours later, the substance dissipated, and the SCP-S Cortana was observed to be rapidly accelerating towards Mars at near-light speeds, with an organic mass resembling that of Omega-1 attached to it. In 30 minutes, the vessel reached the planet and impacted it, creating a crater 400 kilometers in radius, ionizing the atmosphere and turning the surface into a molten mass. An hour later, the surface began to be converted into a black organic mass, which spread out from the epicenter of SCP-S Cortana's impact. Well, Mars is infected. If I don't have issues after I leave for half an hour. At this time, an SCP-15482 event, the largest one on record, occurred, and the solar flare reached Mars when half of its surface had been converted. A violent explosion followed, the luminosity of which matched the sun's luminosity. When viewed from Earth, the resultant debris is expected to form a second asteroid belt within the next 3 months. Asteroid impacts with Earth are predicted to increase. As this event occurred 10 hours ago, all related data is still under review. So the sun blew up Mars. The sun blew up Mars. Seraph 1 was only able to take a single picture of extrasolar space. And this is it. All that's left of our infinite, ever-expanding universe. What? 28th of January. So this is before this happens. 20th of January. Okay, so this is what all that's left of our infinite, ever-expanding universe. The stars. They're gone. There's 2 stars left. Our main priority can no longer be secrecy. The terminal has been idle for 4 minutes. The terminal will exit in 1 more minute. Log out. Would you like to vote before logging out? No. Are you sure? Yes. 05 Cancel has been notified of your decision. You still have 3 days to vote. Goodbye, 056. So this is... Okay, 05... The guy could... All is left is us and another. Oh. The planet. Our planet. And another thing. Dude, that's fucked up. Dude, that is fucked up. That is fucked up. Okay, hold on a second. You put the video in the chat or in the Discord. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick. So anyone who wants to fucking there you go. That's the video that Reaper sent me. It's apparently about this this SCP. I'm gonna say hi, hello, Flutes. How are you doing? We're reading about some you know, awful cosmic horrors. Oh, the galaxy. I see. Our Milky Way and another. Oh. Of extra solar space outside the solar system. I get it. So, there's the Milky Way, our galaxy, and another. Or maybe rather our solar system, another. Or maybe it's just the... Oh, dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Dude, Reaper, I'm glad you fucking... glad you recommended that. That was good. That's a good read. Doing okay? Preparing for the next video? How are you? I'm doing great. We're having a lot of fun reading about fucking whack-ass SCP shit. Pretty fun. How's it going, Scrub? Good, Mason. How's it going with you? Hope you guys are doing okay. I'm glad you guys are popping in. All that's left. Yeah, all that's left. So apparently there's like these extrasolar beings that live out in the in space that are trying to eat the galaxy. And the only thing protecting us is SCP-1548, which is the sun, basically. Huh. Fascinating. I want to read about this guy now. SCP-3417. Also, if you guys have any recommendations of what I should read next after this one, then please go ahead. Or if you want me to read something specific. But so we're talking end of the universe stuff. What happened to the fun little SCPs like the police car or the Nerf gun that needs things? I don't know, man. It all went to hell. This started off really fucking tame. This was about, like, solar flares. But apparently the solar flares... that nerves things. Oh, sorry. This is about, like, solar flares at first. About, like, the sun emitting these, like, weird symbols. And then it turns out the symbols actually surround the heliosphere of the solar system, the galaxy, or some shit like that. And, apparently it is protecting us from whatever is outside of it waiting to get in. And there's this thing. SCP-3417. How long can it protect us against things that have already destroyed the galaxy? Who knows, man? Who knows? Who fucking knows? We fucking set a satellite out through the symbols and busted a hole through it, and one creature got inside and destroyed 2 fucking planets, apparently. It ate Pluto, and it, like, disappeared, and with a ship that we had sent to attack it, and then it came back, it reappeared with the ship, and it started fucking speeding at the speed of light, near lights towards Mars, and crashed into it, and starting infecting it with some black shit, and then the sun blew it up. And only if this was real. Yeah, thank God it's not. Right? Right, guys? Right? It's not real, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Let's switch up the music now. Let's do... what about this one? Two. Oh yeah, the SCP. Yeah, he destroyed one. Yeah, the other one. It got fucking blasted immediately. That's right, we let in 2. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Okay, let's, we got some more music going on. Finger blasted? More like, disintegrated. Finger disintegrated. There you go. Alright, check this one out. Object class, Euclid. Special containment procedures. Scientific articles theorizing SCP-3417 to be an X-ray pulsar will be published if astronomical groups become interested in the anomaly. Foundation assets in the field of astronomy will either prevent the development of or alter technology that could potentially decode the anomaly's X-ray emissions. Monitoring probes Nabu-1 through Nabu-4 have been deployed by Autonomous Exploration Satellite Ehlers-1, AES, which will orbit SCP-3417 and record all X-ray emissions. These emissions will be decoded by Extrasolar Activities Division members and Orthothan extraterrestrial language translators. Revision 1. Monitoring probes Nabu 5 and 6 have been deployed in orbit around 34172, following the recent allocation of funds for the exploration of Turtsand-2. Further probes to monitor any discovered SCP-3417 instances or locations of interest will be constructed. Due to several malfunctions in Nabu 2 and 3 from ionizing radiation and matter-antimatter annihilation, the probes have been replaced with Nabu 7 and Nabu 8. Okay, description. 3417 is an organic, extraterrestrial entity located near the center of the Turtsand-2 globular cluster, moving at a velocity of 205 kilometers per second. The organism... So this is where our tax dollars go. Yeah, that's where our tax dollars go, to examining life-ending creatures in space. Approximately 40 kilometers long, the body is comprised of two cones of equal size. With the bases connected to a 4-kilometer-long cylindrical midsection composed of organ and bone-like structures. 4 tunnels placed at 90-degree intervals are present on the surface of the cones, which descend for 5 kilometers. The tunnels are suspected to extend for longer, though further exploration is impeded by a large mass of flesh present at the end of each one. The anomaly has a primarily red coloration, though various yellow circular patterns, scratches, and craters are on its surface. You haven't read it? Look up 1678. I'll do that one next to remind me. How about 420J? I know about that one. I know about that one. 4 43-kilometer-long structures, hereafter referred to as transmitters, composed of a mass of tendrils terminating in a spheroid object, radially extend from the midsection located at 90-degree intervals. The transmitters produce X-rays with a frequency in the range of 16 to 17 E-hertz. I don't know what E stands for in this thing. E-hertz in periodic bursts, released in a spherical region around each spheroid. Analysis of the X-rays shows that their properties are modulated in a similar manner to radio wave communication, creating unique signals that can be converted into information when detected by a receiver. These signals consist of static noise with abrupt changes in pitch. Sorry, I gotta fucking clear my nose real quick. Analysis of the audio shows that each signal contains logograms from an unknown dialect of the Orthothan extraterrestrial language, OEL, which are only visible in spectrograms of the audio. The symbols are created with sudden decreases in amplitude of the audio and are arranged in a pattern of alternating diagonal lines. Each signal describes events related to Orthothan mythology. Information on the Orthothan language and its dialects is limited. The portions of the transmissions have been translated. Excerpts are available below, with punctuation marks added for legibility. 3108 is the Nerf gun? Okay. Uran Lucen said, "Why was the statue built?" Priest of Tendril of blank screeched, Eov Lucen, evaporated conqueror. Combined symbols, beast ships. With ascended cannons, my existence preserved by act. I am eternally grateful for such act. Build the temple for Eov Lucen, yes? A grid array of hundreds of unknown symbol 29's tendrils were bowing and masticating by the statue and temple. Uran Lucen asked, "Do you know that I killed more conquerors than Eov Lucen?" Priest Tendril said, "Eov Lucen did not say that. Eov Lucen evaporated all. Anger and jealousy manifested in them. Eov Lucen was not superior. Uran Lucen unsheathed their ascended swords and dismembered them across the star system." Okay. Seemingly nothing more than a green jade ring has been shown to be able to expand and contract to perfectly fit the finger of anyone who touched it, only changing size when touching by a new object. Green jade ring. I don't know what that one is. Above the city, Zeu Lucen's physical body manifested. The spears were fired from the towers, but were punched in a burst of light. Zeu Lucen ordered, "Unknown," a long sentence. A long sentence. The towers could not comprehend the purpose the city was built for. Zeu Lucen had to restore the purpose. Spears were fired again, and Zeu Lucen, unknown, evaporate. Combined symbol thought spheres, deactivating the towers. This is so fucking SCP-714. Okay. Zeu Lucen flew into the vacated city and descended into the chasm of impossibilities. To the lowered fear dread of Zeu Lucen, the defense towers did not damage the interior in their revolt. The great network of passageways that spanned the universe was safe. Rockmo Lucen was killed. Of Vortut invaders, the universe continues to be preserved. Bleed into the holy body of Rockmo Lucen. Bleed for the universe. Okay. On occasion, the OEL logogram for safe appears and repeats several times in the transmissions, interrupting the standard contents. No other variations like this have been observed. This is so fucking wacky. Addendum 1. Hypotheses were posed by Exobiology Department researchers that SCP-3417 would respond to X-ray transmissions directed at it, based on how communication was established with SCP-1281. And SCP redacted. The Thaumic transportation gate attached to a... okay, what is this one? What is this one? That's just for context. A mechanical entity found in the Kuiper belt during standard came roughly teardrop shape with a flat and second. It's got a fucking space robot. Got it. Got it. Understood. The Thaumic This is so fucking confusing for the most part. X-ray generated from orbital area 11, which would broadcast X-rays at the same frequency range. On 22nd of December 2045, AES E001 emitted X-rays containing a looping message at the Anomaly, and 6 minutes after the secondary set of X-ray emissions were detected, an interview was then performed with the artificial intelligence construct controlling AES, writing messages in the same style as SCP-3417. There's an interview with this thing. Okay. Hyperborean Ai. Greetings. Identify yourself. I am a listener. Identify yourself. My name is Surveyor. Do you lie? I do not lie. Why would I lie? For 12 minutes, X-ray emissions from SCP-3417 consist of a combination of metallic scraping, sounds similar to solar wind patterns converted into audio, and patterns flagged as potentially cognitohazardous by anti-Coghaz bots. You are not of the combined symbol 12 stars. You do not lie. Are you Orthothan? Yes. Good. Why are you here? I want to ask questions. Questions will interrupt the purpose. You should not be here. The purpose. Combined symbol, open star cluster. Must remember the history of the universe. They must remember the sacrifice of Zayulucin, their killers, and the struggle of Rockmolucin. The 12 stars must know, and when they know, they will repent. They will cease. Mr. Red, White, and Blue on our Spotify? I have no idea who that is. How about 516, the talk? What the fuck is that? Active? Were you made for this? Birthed in spore cloud to achieve purpose. Built and released spore clouds to create further purposes. Builders? Those purposes are the same as yours. Where are the spores? Builders. I do not understand. Who built you? Your purpose. I do not know my builders. I was built to explore. To find habitats. Explore to find habitats for orthrothans. Yes. Open star cluster explored. A unit of time in the past. Leave to find habitats. I need to stay in open star cluster. I cannot leave. Exploration will lead to 12 stars. Leave to find habitats. How can I stay? It's a song about a guy that died serving in... Okay. The military. At this point, multiple malfunctions occurred in the Thaumic communication gateways on AES, corrupting interview data. Malfunction ceased after 1 hour. Must be avoided. Where? Spectrograms of emissions show multiple images, hypothesized to be maps of an area of Turtsen 2, and diagrams representing multiple star systems. Numerous objects suspected to be planets, stars, and unknown celestial bodies have the 12 stars logogram on them. Orthothan will attach weapons, understand? Yes. Yes, leave for your new purpose. Stop interrupting mine. Rockmolucin will be eternal. Fascinating. You know, it is so incredibly fascinating that if there is a extraterrestrial entity out there, that we would have to interview them. We would have to talk to them at some point. And it is interesting that this is basically we're speaking to them in fucking spectrograms, which are like images and like radioactive images, I think, from what I can understand. From what I can understand, this is incredible. At the interview's conclusion, Hyperborean Ai disabled all communication systems on AES. Cameras on the Naboo probes. Wait. Okay. Cameras on the Naboo probes show the satellite use its engines to exit orbit around SCP-3417, then activate its Bifrost superluminal engine and accelerate to superluminal speeds. The satellite is presumed to be in another region of Turtsen 2, though there is no way to confirm this. So there's a fucking AI on this satellite that spoke to this alien, and the alien said, "You got a job to do, buddy. See ya, motherfucker." And then the AI leaves. Copies of Hyperborean Ai are being analyzed to understand and correct the issues that led to it disobeying Foundation directives. Autonomous Exploration Satellites Whale 4 is being constructed for long-term exploration of Turtsen 2, with new fail-safe mechanisms included to prevent incidents of this matter. Further interviews are currently prohibited. Oh, I want to read another one, dude. That one was so fucking interesting. The SCP Foundation is God in containment. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard. So crazy. On January 11, 2046, the Naboo probes detected X-rays originating from an unknown source. These X-rays were similar to SCP-3417 emissions, describing Orthothan mythological stories. Unlike other emissions, the stories abruptly cut out after 2 hours, replaced with continuous pink noise. Form of random noise where low-frequency noise is louder than higher-frequency noise. Okay. Heartbeat rhythms. Interesting. 25 hours after detection, SCP-3417 began emitting identical X-rays until the portions where pink noises would be present, at which point it broadcast an untranslated message and returned to its original emissions. 4 months later, the probes detected X-rays from a second unknown source, again matching emission patterns, which SCP-3417 replicated in the same manner as before. Triangulation. Triangulation placed the first X-ray source to be approximately 2 light-years away from SCP-3417, with a binary star system. AESW was diverted from researching SCP. Redacted. So the interview thing seems pretty legit. Yeah, it does. It sounds really cool. Like, this is like fucking. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. To investigate the system where an anomaly designated SCP-34172 was discovered and determined to be the source. Few details regarding the second source are known, which is from an undetermined extragalactic location. In light of these discoveries, 3417 has been reclassified as 3417-1. 3417-2 is an extraterrestrial organism that possesses the same anatomy as SCP-3417. With minor variations in dimensions and coloration, 17-2 was heavily damaged at a recent point in time, presumed to have been 2 years ago. The damage includes 3 transmitters torn out of the midsection, hemispherical pits on the cones, disembowelment at one of the cones, large gashes on the sphere at the end of the remaining transmitter. Pieces of flesh and viscera were also found in orbit around the anomaly. Notably, all damaged areas appear to exhibit fractal patterns. Fractal patterns. Kind of sounds like our weird geometrical aliens. Our Omega 1 and 2. The remaining transmitter continually emits X-rays at a range of 11 to 12 EHz, converted into audio. These consist of pink noise and occasional changes in pitch. The following message continually repeats in these emissions. Spatial drill, wounded, purpose breakers, a series of 12 circles, I'm guessing the 12 suns, not safe. A large number of gravitational distortions have been detected in orbit around SCP-34172, as 1 and 2 appear to lack the ability to anomalously manipulate the gravity. These are hypothesized to have been created by a different anomaly. Although the distortions do not show signs of being hazardous, they are being monitored by the Nabu 5 through Nabu 6 probes for signs of instability. Did I hear Borg cubes? Yeah. Monitor reads 1678. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was, yes, Mason wanted me to read that. Thank you, Reaper, for reminding me of that. We're getting close to the end, I think. Addendum 4. On February 13, 2046, the Minkowski space-time monitor on Nabu 2 detected abnormal gravitational distortions in high SCP-3417-1 orbit, observing a wormhole form after 1 minute. Multiple spacecraft exited the wormhole and began to orbit around it. Cameras on the probes show a bright, glowing substance. Based on large bursts of gamma rays and other high-energy photons, it's determined to be a massive antimatter in a plasma state. Oh. Manifest around the end of one of SCP-34171's transmitters and launched towards the wormhole, severely damaging Nabu 2 and 3, and likely destroying the spacecraft via matter-antimatter annihilation. The wormhole subsequently shrunk in size and vanished. So this motherfucker shot the spaceships. Following X-ray emission was detected from the original after. Open star cluster is for orthothans. The 12 stars will not undo this. The purpose will silence for none, and Rakma Lucen will be eternal. Not safe. Punishing, regenerating, not safe. Okay. No activity was observed until March 4th, at which point standard emissions resumed. Analysis was observed until March 4, 2046, at which point standard emissions resumed. Analysis of the extrasolar activities divisions has led to the conclusion the spacecraft that exited the black hole was created by the 12-star civilization. The nature of 12 stars and the reasons for apparent hostilities with Ortuthan civilizations in Turtsen 2 are presently unknown. Due to the failure of Hyperborean Ai, it is presumed that artificial intelligences can be anomalously manipulated by SCP-3417 and other extraterrestrial entities. As said, AIAD units cannot reliably be used in the cluster. Additionally, signs of redacted have made exploratory efforts a high priority. Wow. Wow, okay. Let's just close all this out. Now, 1678. That'll be in Series 2. 78. London. Okay. Item number, SCP-1678. Item class, Euclid. SCP-1678 remains only partially contained. Mobile task forces Tau-4 and Epsilon-6 have succeeded in establishing a defensible perimeter around the Hyde Park district of SCP-1678, with cases of 1678-A largely ceasing their attacks on the perimeter of the Foundation-held area. A long-term research base is currently under construction, and mobile task force commanders are preparing an assault on the SCP-1678 Natural History Museum, with the intent of capturing a forward command post to direct defense efforts. Current short-term aims involve the capture of an extension of the defensible perimeter to the SCP-1678 Natural History Museum, and to research and to ascertain the origins, construction, and weaknesses of the SCP-1678-A entities. Long-term aims involve efforts to halt, hinder, or control the production of the SCP-1678 entities, and to assault the 1678 Houses of Parliament, where the being, entity, or intelligence responsible for the creation of this SCP is believed to reside, and to capture and contain the aforementioned being. This is an alpha, 78 alpha. This is interesting. At first glance, it looks like a weird, like, alternate version of London with, like, constables and people, soldiers. Description. SCP-1678. Alright, I gotta fucking blow my nose real quick. Okay. 78 is a full-scale mirror image reconstruction of the British city of London. Okay. Located exactly 1 kilometer beneath the original city of London. Okay. Currently, only the Hyde Park district of SCP-1678 has been explored. But all buildings, at least within the explored district, correlate exactly to their surface counterparts in terms of location, as well as the exterior size and shape, although rarely in terms of architecture, building material, and interior layout. The city has been constructed to resemble the city as it was in the Victorian era, with constructions designed to resemble traditional gas lighting prevalent on the streets, and with all modern buildings in the original city of London being represented in a Victorian style of architecture. Most notably, the skyscrapers of the business district. Illumination is infrequent and unreliable, and it is unknown how SCP-1678 has acquired a steady supply of oxygen and gas. 78 is believed to have been constructed instantaneously by unknown means, with the 78 Houses of Parliament serving as the epicenter for the construction process. This is evidenced by the fact that, as distance from the Houses of Parliament increase, there is an exponentially increasing frequency of flaws in the construction, such as houses built entirely out of copper pipes or other unconventional materials, gas lights being little more than a metal rod topped with a floating orb of light, buildings containing no floors, and, at the furthest explored distance from the epicenter, no windows or doors. Aside from Foundation occupants in cases of 78 Alpha, Beta, and C, Charlie, A, B, and C, 78 is believed to be uninhabited. 78 is believed to have been constructed with the intent to harbor the survivors of an XK-class end-of-the-world event. This is evidenced by an audio recording that will activate and play upon any person entering the city. Oh, shit. Alright. My fellow citizen, if you are hearing this tape and the world as we know it has finished, the sky is broken, the ground heaved with the tramp of terrible feet, and all the horror and madness from the dark corners of the world has broken free to exact its vengeance on the world of man. Those who sought to contain them are killed or scattered, and we soon learnt that to attempt to fight these creatures is almost invariably to face one's death. Countless billions have been slaughtered in their attempt to sate their endless appetite for death, and there was nothing we could do to stop them. Evil has raised its bloody flag upon all nations of the world and crowed its unholy victory to the broken sky. Yes, this is the end. But there is a new hope. Welcome to Unlondon, a city of the survivors, a city of the free. Together, fellow citizen, we will wait and prepare for the new beginning, the grand new world that is soon to come. Let the world above burn. We will endure. Let the monsters have their world. We will prepare. And let the ground tremble with a new Armageddon. As evil consumes itself, for I tell you, citizen, upon the day of the ruination of man, their insatiable appetites will turn them against one another, and their endless lusts for death. We will wait. And I tell you, citizen, that there will be a new morning, and you will emerge from Unlondon and stand blinking in the sun, as our children play and laugh in the bones of horrors long dead, and you will walk hand in hand to the sea, our faces skyward, as the rising sun ushers in the new age of man. And you will gather, citizen, at my feet, as I summon Unlondon from its rest, and it shall burst, phoenix-like, from the ashes of the old. And on that day, citizens, there shall be a new order, as we raise the Union flag over the entire world. I welcome you to Unlondon, the last city, and the first. Huh. And this one has a video? Oh! We'll put that one also in my Discord. I'm gonna probably go back and watch these on my own. Miscellaneous. Is this okay? No, what? I want this. Miscellaneous. The following message is relayed on the end of every hour. The time is 12 o'clock. All is well. I'm approaching any bank or police station. Citizen, you are entering a restricted area. Have your authorization papers ready. A Bobby will arrive to escort you shortly. Warning, a single case of SCP-1678-A will be summoned. I'm being cited by a case of SCP-1678-A. Halt, police! Drop your weapons. Come now, let's be having you. Police, don't run! Randomly once per hour, the messages below are selected samples of the 1678 observed audio recordings. No one is safe from the influence of mimetic beings. Have yourself assessed today. You could be possessed by a manic horror and not even know it. Psyche assessments are free and easy. Visit a clinic today. Do you find light uncomfortable? Identifying a cortex worm's infection early makes them possible to remove. Speak to your doctor today. Have you noticed anyone acting oddly? Tell the Bobby immediately. Crime will not be tolerated in London. I warn you. The tormentors of society will become its defenders. Evil can walk in human form and human flesh. Stay vigilant. Are you frequently anxious or depressed? It could be a symptom of the pattern screamer's influence. Pattern screamers? Notify a Bobby immediately. Ensure you are well rehearsed in all breach protocols. There is no excuse for panic or confusion during drills. Can't make ends meet? Don't be ashamed. Bryson's Home for the Poor is here to help. I rule in the interest of the many, not the few. There are no special privileges. Swelling and abnormal growths are an early sign of the slaver man's possession. Report any abnormal sickness to your doctor immediately. Each and every one of you is responsible for the safety of London and its citizens. Be watchful. Okay. Thank you for the video. This is wacky. Most explored buildings within 1678 appear to have been outfitted for the purpose of extremely dense inhabitation, with closely grouped steel bunk beds, a common feature in any building suitable for the purpose. Foundation researchers have advised that most explored buildings within 1678 are unfit for human habitation, due to a high preponderance of mold, damp, and poor construction within these buildings. Some buildings are outfitted for other purposes, most notably the 1678 version of the Natural History Museum, which is featuring an exhibit titled The Fall of Man, and contains representations of several known SCP entities, and images and artwork depicting apocalyptic settings. The key threat posed by SCP-1678 is by entities referred to in some SCP-1678 audio recordings as bobbies. Bobby is known to be the Victorian-era British slang term for policeman. Henceforth referred to as SCP-1678-A. These entities are constructed out of human corpses, crudely dismembered at the head, wrists, knees, and elbows, and reassembled using simple industrial hinges and screws. The head is always wrapped in bandages. They are dressed in a uniform similar to Victorian-era police, and are extremely hostile towards Foundation personnel, attacking them on sight with improvised weapons. These attacks are always preceded by SCP-1678-A emitting a noise similar to that of a policeman's whistle, and all loudspeakers within 100 meters emitting the audio recording. Police, halt criminal. Instances of SCP-1678-A are extremely resistant to damage, with only high-caliber rounds and explosive weapons proving sufficient to destroy them. The tormentors of society will become its defenders. Yeah, I get it. I get it. They kill them, and then they turn them into the bobbies. That's fucked up. They are believed to originate from a building named Bryson's Home for the Poor, as evidenced by an inmate-style jumpsuit worn under the uniform. To what extent they interact with other SCP-1678 entities is unknown. It is currently unclear what entity, being, or intelligence is responsible for the creation and maintenance of 1678. It is unclear as to what event or disaster 1678 is being prepared for. There's also B, C, and D. Surveillance, aka Eyes in the Sky. Cases of SCP-1678-B are biomechanical constructs which resemble that of a small avian life form. I knew it! All birds are government drones! I knew it. They are composed of a central mass of a red organic matter stitched together by a copper exoskeleton that resembles a spine and wing bones. The head has been demonstrated to be a small video camera, and remnants of feathers and plastic on their exterior suggest they were once intended to resemble a pigeon. Cases of 78B are known to possess no offensive or destructive capabilities, yet their ability to track task force movements should not be underestimated, as it is currently unknown if they are capable of communicating with or summoning cases of 78A. Cases of 78B are relatively simple to contain or destroy, yet their large numbers make their observation of Foundation activities extremely difficult to stop. Occasional posters throughout the Foundation explored area allude to their existence. These posters display an image of a small pigeon observing criminal activity, beneath the title, London's Eyes in the Sky, alongside a small message to the effect that anyone destroying or vandalizing an eye in the sky faces up to 6 weeks in the redacted unit. We got 78C. Wretch. Cases of 78C resemble a humanoid figure dressed in rags. They appear to be of old age and are usually, although not always, female. They have always been encountered outside the Foundation-held area. There have been very few direct encounters with the 78C entities, and it is currently unknown how many cases exist or to what level of threat they pose to Foundation security or safety. Encounters typically feature cases of 78C sitting on a street corner with a begging dish, whereupon they will attempt to attract the pity or mercy of any Foundation personnel within their proximity, with pleading or begging for food or money. Supplying a case of 78C with food will cause them to begin weeping before dematerializing with a burst of dense black smoke. Foundation personnel are currently under instruction to not interact with them. They are briefly alluded to in a 78 audio recording. Do not pity the wretch. Allow them to pay the price for the betrayal for all eternity. Remember, citizen, on the day London rises, I shall reward the loyal, but traitors shall be forever damned. Okay, D. Food supply. Dr. Goody's Wonder Food. Oh, shit. 78D is believed to be the primary food source on offer in the event that 78 receives full-scale occupation. 78D is freely and easily available from steel vending machines installed in virtually every building or structure outfitted for the purpose of habitation. The vending machines are upright steel pumps, similar in size and shape to that of a modern petrol pump, containing a slot for the receiving of coins and a flexible rubber hose ending in a trigger-operated nozzle that will deploy half a liter of 78D upon the appropriate payment. All vending machines display the legend, Dr. Goody's Wonder Food, alongside an image of a smiling child enjoying a bowl of 78D, and text bubbles advising that 78D costs just a farthing a bowl, that it contains all the nutrients you need and completely restores health and vitality. It is proven to be extremely attracted to cases of 78B, C, and an unknown species of colored mollusk which has been observed feeding on any spillages. 78D is a synthetic starch gel, heavily enriched with various minerals, vitamins, fats, and bulking agents. In addition to this, it contains several unknown molecular structures and various engineered DNA helixes carried within synthetic cellular structures. It has the same consistency and taste as porridge. As advertised, it contains all the nutrients necessary for short-term survival. However, Foundation researchers have advised that over a period of more than 6 weeks, users of 78D will become dangerously underweight due to low levels of fat and protein, and are at strong likelihood of contracting illnesses such as scurvy if survival is attempted by consuming 78D alone. 78D appears to be purposely engineered to manipulate the psyche of regular consumers. Through a mixture of unknown molecular compounds, regular consumers are more obedient to authority, are less likely to commit acts of violence, and are less likely to engage in sexual intercourse. Have a reduced capacity for have a reduced capacity for fear or panic, and have consistently high morale. In addition, it also has engineered side effects such as depressive symptoms and headaches if a subject suddenly abandons consuming 78D. Due to the difficulty of creating food within 78D would serve as the primary food source in the event of large-scale habitation. Foundation personnel are forbidden to consume 78D, even in small amounts. Not all vending machines produce 78D to the same quality, with some machines deploying corrupted forms that have induced several mental or physical abnormalities or death within the consumer. It is currently unclear what entity, being, or intelligence is responsible for the creation and maintenance of 78. It is unclear as to what event or disaster 78 is being prepared for. SCP-3001 is kind of dark, if not known. 3001. Let's check it out. Red Reality. This will be the last one I read before we hop off for the night, though. So, my voice is starting to slowly die. Okay. Object class Euclid. Item number SCP-3001. Special containment procedures. To prevent further accidental entries into SCP-3001, all Foundation reality-bending technology will be upgraded, modified, with multiple newly developed safeguards to prevent Class C broken entry wormhole creation. While knowledge of SCP-3001 is available to personnel of any level, should they wish to learn about it, research and experimentation with SCP-3001 and its associated technologies is strictly limited to personnel of Level 3 and above, with special clearance designation granted from Sites 120, 121, 124, and 133. 3001 is a hypothesized paradoxical parallel pocket non-dimension, accessible through the creation of a momentary Class C broken entry wormhole. A previously hypothetical type of wormhole that does not transport matter to the expected location, or has a space-time flaw that may randomly and dangerously eject matter mid-travel. Interesting. While believed to be an infinitely extending parallel universe, SCP-3001 is almost completely devoid of any matter and has extremely low Hume level of 0.032. Further documents JEK W201 and JEK EB02. Humes. Interesting. Contradicting Cagel's laws of reality and the relation between Humes and spacetime. This phenomenon causes matter inside it to decay at an extremely low rate, and damage that would otherwise prove fatal does not impede any biological Wait a second. I think I know what this one is. Any biological electronic function. Simulations suggest an organism can lose more than 70% of their body's tissue and still operate normally, as long as at least 40% of the brain remains. However, prolonged exposure will cause said matter to gradually approach 3001's own Hume level, resulting in severe tissue structural damage as the matter's own Hume field begins to disintegrate. 3001 was initially discovered on January 2nd, 2000, at Site 120, a facility dedicated to testing and containing reality-bending technology. Dr. Robert Scranton and his wife, Dr. Anna Lang, were head researchers at Site 120. I think I remember reading this a long time ago. If I think this is what it is, then this is fucked up. And we're developing an experimental device called the Lang-Scranton Stabilizer. Dr. Scranton was transported to SCP-3001 after unexpected seismic activity damaged several active LSS in Site-120. Reality Lab A. Initially presumed dead, Dr. Scranton has survived in SCP-3001 for at least 5 years, 11 months, and 21 days. During this time, he was able to record his experiences and observations within 3001 through a somehow still functioning LSS control panel, which was also brought into 3001 with him through the Class C broken entry wormhole. These recordings were later recovered upon the panel's sudden return, an unexpected side effect from testing improved reality-bending technology. These logs are the basis of SCP-3001 study. Despite new technologies being developed, retrieval and reintegration of Dr. Scranton has been unsuccessful. His current physical and mental states, if he is still alive, are unknown. Transcripts of Dr. Scranton's logs are below. Yes, I have read this one before. Oh man, this is gonna be good. So this man has been teleported to a non-dimension, basically an empty area where nothing exists. And in such a place, it has such a low Hume level, which is like a, from what I can understand, it's like a level at which like the world progresses, or something like that, where space-time progresses, I think. He is able to survive for an unrealistically long amount of time. Inside this never-ending area. Okay. No discernible coherent dialogue can be heard from Dr. Scranton for the first 8 days. He cycles through periods of panic, confusion, and anger throughout, and it seems he has attempted to navigate SCP-3001 to find a way out. I can hear my phone. Turn that shit off. He was to find a way out. He finally moved close enough to the recording log on the 11th day, though did not notice it was operating for several more hours. Alright. Name, Robert Scranton. Age, 39. Birthday, September 19th, 1961. Favorite color, blue. Favorite song, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Respectable man. Wife, Anna. Pizza's wife, Anna. She has green eyes. I love her very much. Favorite color, blue. Height, 178 centimeters. Weight, 85 kilograms. Wife, Anna. I'm sorry. My wife's name is Anna. We got married August 12th, 1991. I hope she got out okay. Please let her be alright. Robert Scranton, 39. Anna, blue, wife, please, God, please. Anna Bobana. What the hell is that? It is assumed at this point, Dr. Scranton noticed the flashing light of the recording module. What the fuck? This thing's actually working? Metallic clang heard. Voice is highly agitated in panic. My name is Robert Scranton. Yeah, my name is Robert Scranton, former researcher at Foundation Site 120. It has been, I don't know actually, I can't remember. I estimate it's been 10 days, but I can't, oh God, can anyone hear me? I don't know what's happened, I don't know where I am, and please, anyone there? Hello? Anyone? No one can hear me. Oh God, fuck. Why the hell is this thing even working? It can't be working. It shouldn't be working. So what the hell? I need to see how long can I talk here. I think there's a cap or something on the recording log, and I can't see anything. I can only see the red light blinking on and off. I can't see any of the switches next to it. I'm really hungry. Thirsty, too. I think I should be dead from dehydration by now, but I don't know. Hi, little red light. Can you talk to me? Can you talk to Anna for me? Hello? I found the controls. 2 weeks, 3 days, 47 hours, and 58 minutes. 2 weeks, 3 days, 47 hours, and 58 minutes. 2 weeks, 3 days, 7 hours, and 58 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Error with playback. Error with playback. Error with playback. What's worse, I think the wife went years without knowing he lived, and throughout thought he died instantly, only for years later to find out he didn't die peacefully and chose to forget due to trauma. Yeah. Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure this guy is actually the fucking SCP that, like, fucking, like, melts through walls and shit, right? Like, that. There's a connection there. Wherever the hell I am, I'm pretty sure now that I don't need to eat to stay alive. It hurts a lot, but at this point, I don't think I'm going to die. So I'm gonna take my time. I guess maybe some sort of miracle will happen, I'll get out. Keep dreaming, Robert. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep. 3 weeks, 4 days, 19 hours. I have a picture of Anna in my pocket. I almost forgot. Little red light, let me see your face, please. Just a little bit. I just want to see her a bit. Hi, Anna. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm coming back, okay? There's a video in the Discord. Of course there is. Oh, no. I have a... 2 months, 4 days, 3 hours. Hi, Robert here. Yeah, I haven't really recorded much to hear in the past few weeks. Sorry, I gotta keep it together. Breathe. I've been busy trying to learn more about the place I'm in. My prison. My kingdom all my own. King Robert. God, I stink. Is there even air in this goddamn place? Stinky King Robert. King of goddamn nothing. Fuck! Sad boy, yeah. Sorry. I gotta keep this professional. I'll come back when I'm feeling rested. Okay, here it goes. My name is Robert Scranton. I'm a forwarder head researcher of Site 120, a Foundation facility dedicated to studying various reality-bending SCPs for the purpose of developing more advanced countermeasures towards such threats. For the last... Red light, speak to me. 2 months, 8 days, 16 hours. What Red Light said, I've been trapped in what I believe to be an empty pocket dimension, alone. Yeah, alone. All alone. I'm calling this place SCP. I don't know. I can't remember where we are. Screw it. I don't know what's happened in the past. Red light, please, again. 2 months, 8 days, 16 hours. But no one else is around to argue, and at this point, I'm just talking to this control panel to keep myself together. I need to keep a record. There might be some poor bastard in the future who ends up like me, and if this ever actually makes it out, maybe I can help stop that from happening. That's all I have going for me right now, and I really need something to go for. So yeah, Robert Scranton, documenting a new SCP for future research purposes. That'll have to do. Here we go. Section 2. 2 months, 11 days, 10 hours. Item number SCP, I don't fucking care. Object class, Euclid, I guess, but I don't know. I might update this in time. I need to explore more. Special containment procedures. God, I sound so much like a shrink right now. I don't know if we could contain wherever I am. It's definitely not on Earth. To be honest, I don't know where it is. I think it has something to do with the stabilizer prototype. I'll explain that more later. Okay, yeah, wherever I am. I don't think it can be contained much as created. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Entered. Yeah, entered is better. I came into this place because of some really bad reality-bending accident, and... No, Robert, don't be like that yet. You don't know that there's no exit yet. Ooh, living halfway there. Imagine busting out into Bon Jovi to make sure you don't fucking go crazy. Two months, 11 days, 18 hours. So, wait, no, description. Robert, stick to the format. This place, it's some sort of reality gap, I think. It's dark, really dark. As in this little red light that shows my words are actually being recorded is the only visible light in this entire place. I can't see my hands, and I can barely see the control panel here. I've had to basically use the light as a center, and remember how many steps I take, and in what direction. I haven't gone past 100 yet. I'm too scared to. Wonder if my hair is turning white right now. I can't even see what color it is anymore. Speaking of which, my head has been a bit itchy recently. If I don't concentrate on it, it's fine, but I feel this tingling all over my face. I'm not sure why. 2 months, 15 days, 4 hours. Okay. Ooh. I need to relax for a minute. Jesus. God, shit. Holy shit. I just discovered a new property of this place. All this time, I've been thinking I might be walking on some sort of flat ground, if you will. I kept eye contact with Little Red as far as I could see, and it seems I can walk in a straight, flat path. Jesus, my head is buzzing right now. I think the adrenaline is still kicking, but if my hypothesis is correct, and this really is some sort of reality void, then there shouldn't be anything to walk on. Now that I think about it, the whole time I've been in here, it's felt like I'm walking, but I'm also swimming through something. And this something is thick and form-fitting. It has this pressure, which I know isn't the correct term, but god damn it, this place has no damn sense. This place makes no damn sense. And I'm doing my best to understand it, okay? Sorry. This guy's going insane. So the best analogy I can come up with is, it's like I'm walking through really thick black gel. There's enough tension to keep me on a surface, but if I imagine myself pressing down hard enough, I can descend. Wait. I think I need to test this more. I'll be back. 2 months, 17 days, 2 hours. Navigation is largely affected by conscious impulses to travel in a certain direction. So this definitely isn't a complete reality gap, at least according to mine and his theories. If it were, I wouldn't have been able to move at all, since space wouldn't have existed. Holy shit, okay, this makes a lot more sense than it did before. Great job, Robert, you're getting there. Come to think of it, I should have realized that sooner when I was able to move in a flat plane to and from Little Red. It also explains why I'm not dead from dehydration or hunger yet. Time barely passes in here. Okay, yeah, so I stood right next to Little Red and went straight down. Okay, from here on out, imagine Little Red as the origin of a 3D space. I went straight down. Right. Yeah, and then I was able to come back up to Little Red again. I've also been able to fly above Red. Movement in here is slow, like I said, gel analogy. Best I can describe it by. 2 months, 22 days, 3 hours. Reporting back for another update, Red. Sir. Come on, Red, lighten up. Pun not intended. Come on, Red, crack a little smile. It's funny. Fine, whatever. This guy's going insane. This place still seems like it barely follows Kajel's laws of reality parameters. And by barely, I mean really just barely. I'm pretty sure my math is right, but... Hold on, I want to check again. Jesus, yeah, pretty sure it's good still. Okay, this place, if we're using the standard Hume scale, I'm pretty sure I'm in a reality where the Hume field is 0.04-ish. Yeah, really, really fucking low. So, like I said above, space-time exists on a very minuscule scale. So my biology is not getting shot to hell and back because of any malnutrition. But that also means I'm actually not sure what that also means. Adding on from the last entry, I'm not sure how my biology will react in such a low Hume concentration. Actually, I mostly worked with higher than average Hume fields, and the reality benders we tested never had a field lower than 0.8. This is going to be a first. An all-time first. I remember Site 133's Promo Killer. They called it that because it broke the previous theory about the lowest limit of Hume concentration. Really expensive, really weird machine that brought down a small area to 0.4. 0.05 is... yeah. I was lying. Last log. I'm lying to myself. My own body, and little Red here too, we're about the realest things in this place. And that means, over time, the Hume field's going to want to equalize, and I'm going to go for now. I have some calculation to do again. Red, Anna, take note, I'm using Cagel's second, third, and fourth laws. Got it? Use 0.05 as the surrounding, my external fields as somewhere in between 1 and 1.4. Use the second law's error estimation correction in my internal as shit. I'm not done yet. I am real. I am super real. Super duper real. Ultra real. The realest guy in a world of no real. You have no sense of humor as usual, Red. I'm talking about the LSS, Red. When we got sent here, I think our reality got cranked up a notch. Red, didn't you pay attention in class? Hey, don't get fucking smart with me, Red. Okay, the point is, the LSS surge got us up to 2 months, 18 days, 7 hours. No, Red, not even fucking close. You must have converted Cagel's third law equation wrong. Because of the malfunctioning LSS, we got blasted by... we're somewhere in between 2.2 and 3.6. Yes, that's good, Red. That's very good. Because that means we have more time than we thought to... Yes, Red, before we fucking die, okay? 2 months, 24 days, 5 hours. About 3 years for... 4 if I don't interact too much. If I had an LSS here, I could maybe stretch it out to 8, maybe? That's the best case scenario. But I know, but 3 years. 3 years and it's past the point of no return. I should definitely figure something out by then. I think I still should be pretty good for a while. At least, no, I won't be here in that long. I'll definitely figure something out. And what will we do with a case like this? I need your help, honey. That tingling I've been feeling, that's my Hume field diffusing, my reality fading. 3 years, I need to stabilize myself within 3 years. I've been thinking, Anna and I... We had this theory. Even though the Hume field is low, it's still a Hume field, and precisely since it's so low, Hume diffusion should take quite a while. Now, if I could recycle these fields, keep the diffusion from spreading too thin, I could also maybe... It's only a theory, but it's worth a shot. That means... Hey, Red, I want to go for a bit. I want to test something, and you can't come with me. I'm sorry. No, Red, I'm really, really sorry. I want you to come, I do, but if we're together, the diffusion will increase faster. We both need as much time as possible. I need to figure this place out more, and you need to make sure you keep all that info in your head. It's... Red, come on, you'll be fine, Red. I know you will. You're tough. A lot tougher than me. It'll only be for a bit, Red, but I need to see if I can find a way to keep us alive a bit longer. Maybe even get us out of here. If I can contain a field, I can maybe even get us out. No, I'm not sure, but I need to find out. Red, we're talking about possibly escaping, okay? Yeah, it's a gap. A gap should have an end, like the walls of a canyon, understand? I need to find a wall. And then I can... I'm sorry, Red. I hope we're still friends when I come back. I'm going now. I'll see you soon. 6 months, 10 days, 5 hours. Hello again, little Red. It's been a while. So it's been 4 months. You know, thinking back, I don't know what the hell I was so excited about. This place is... God, this place is fucking hell. There's no end. It just goes on, and on, and on. I traveled in one goddamn direction for 2 damn months. God, I'm so fucking stupid. Why did I think I could get out? I'm thinking like those old European shits that thought the end of the world was at the horizon. Fucking stupid, Robert. Stupid. Just... Ah! If I let myself fall down long enough, would I eventually hit a bottom? 10 months, 28 days, 15 hours. There's no bottom, and fuck you, Red. I'm sorry, Red. Don't go out. I'm sorry I turned you off. Come back. Come back, please. Jesus Christ. So we traveled another 2 months to go down, and there's no bottom. I turned 40 today. Happy birthday, Robert. I was adopted. Did you know that? Yeah, my parents left me in a box on the side of a street. Got picked up by some American people, which explains my not-so-Chinese names. I don't even know my original last name. Just thought I'd share. How about you, Red? Anna and I met on site in 1988. God, she was beautiful. She still is. It was our eyes. She has beautiful eyes. My eyes are gray, they're boring. But hers, God, they're beautiful. Do you think she's still worried about me, little Red? Is she looking for me? You know, Red, you're a good listener, but I never hear you talk about yourself. Come on, don't be shy. There's no one else around, right? Right? I'm sorry, Robert. I'm afraid I can't do that. Red, you're hilarious. Were you married? Kids? Any family at all? Girlfriend? Boyfriend? Come on, Red. I won't judge. Just talk to me. Please. God, my head hurts. And my feet feel like they've been asleep forever. I worked at a comic store as a kid. So much cheaper back then. And I got free stuff at the end of each week. I like Spider-Man the best. I was in a box. Side of the street. What the fuck? No. No. Red, have you seen my picture? The picture, Red. Anna's picture. Where is... Come on. Where? Anna! Where did... No, please, no, anything but, please. It's fading. She's fading. Please, Anna, no. Please, come on, sweetie, stay here. It's too soon. My math isn't wrong. It's not wrong. You should be fine. Anna, I can't hold you. Come back. Anna, sweetie, honey, please. Anna, please. I need you. Please don't go. I'm here. I'm still here. Red, get help. Anna, please, please don't go, don't. Jesus Christ. Black hair, green eyes, 160. 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 Dr. Scranton repeats this for 3 hours. Anna and I got married in 91. We couldn't really get the nicest suit and dress we wanted because of work, but damn, we both looked great. Anna looked better, of course. We just danced and danced the whole night. Got the whole week off. Even a job like mine lets you enjoy your honeymoon. So come on, Red, open up. Put her there. High five. Come on. Come on, Red. 1 year, 2 months, 27 days. Ah! The next recordings only play the control panel's automated voice giving times, with intervals of 1 to 3 days, with several month-long gaps in between as well. Also intermix are Dr. Scranton's sobbing, screaming, and mumbling. These recordings continue until the time reading reaches 2 years, 7 months, and 28 days, after which they cease to pick up any sound until 2 months later. Dr. Scranton's voice is notably distorted now. Hypothesized to a combination of both him and the control panel finally showing signs of reality breakdown. Robert, cold, I can't feel my legs anymore. I think I'm beginning to hitting that point I talked about. Low Hume field, diffusion, equilibrium. Bunch of stupid garbage. I don't know what's real in here anymore. Hell, I'm not sure I'm real. Or something close to it. If I really am going out like this, I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die yet. Oh God, I don't want to die yet. I ran up in one straight diagonal line for 6 months. I went down in one... No, I just went down again for 8. There's still no bottom, Red. There's still no bottom. What have you been up to, Red? You been listening to me all this time? You're a stubborn little guy, Red. Lucy. Huh, Red? Oh, sorry, I must have fell asleep. What did you want? Oh... Sorry, I'll try to remember. Lucy, that's what we wanted to call our kid if we had one. Lucy Scranton. Lucy Lang. Anna and I both thought it would have a nice ring. No, Red, I don't remember picking out a boy's name. Good morning. Good morning. We've talked the whole we've talked the whole through. Man, I really suck at tap dancing. Can't feel my feet at all. Okay, you try then, Red. He's so fucking insane. Yeah, he's lost it. He has lost it. Gaugel's law states that Hume fields diffuse. Gaugel's law states that my balls will eventually fall off if this keeps up. Joe's law states that my balls will eventually fall off if this keeps up. Anna Bobana. She hated that song. And I loved the teaser with it. Anna Bobana, banana, canna. It actually became a joke between us, did you know? We made it the words that turn you on. Come on, Red. Act your age. Don't be immature. Fine. Guess you have a sense of humor after all. Maybe. Oh, we're gonna have to fuck with so much science when we get out. This place breaks apart rules like my hand is breaking right now. Spiderwebs. My left hand's spiderwebs. There was a reality-bending spider at Site-120 once. I should crush it. Red, would you crush it for me when we get out? There was average 10, 15 kilometers a day, plus a few breaks. 32, 30, 10, no, 11, no, 10, I think. At least 300 left, and shit, no. Faster going down. Fuck it. I'm saying about 600 kilometers down. Took a hell of a lot longer coming up. Far down? Far down. Bottomless, infinite, and beyond. Shut up, Robert. You're not funny. Hume field. Boom field. Breaking down at a rate of... Shit, what's the constant of modified Promel relations? 10 to the 4th? No, 5th. 5th, I think. 1 year. Maybe add a few months. Red, how does David sound? David. You know, you asked about... Yeah, that. Sorry I woke you. My hands... my hands are going through each other. Red? Red, help, please, my hands. I can't feel my hands. They're going through each other like they're like ice water, Red. I can't. Oh God. Huh. Red, you know that stupid magic trick your uncle would show you where he'd pull his thumb off, but it was really just his other one tucked under? I just did that with my real thumb. It didn't even hurt. It just came off. I think... Oh God, I'm going to be sick. Sounds of retching. Blah. I think it's just floating right now, and I can't even pick it up. My hand just passes through it. Oh God. My left pinky feels like an onion. Yeah, it's separated. Nice try, hell. Rings on the right hand. Nice try, left. I can go right through myself. I can feel inside of me. It feels warm, but also cold. When I sleep, my hands go into my head. I'm sleeping on my back now. Static. I'm like static on a TV. Well, I only need one kidney, right? Right, Red? Red, look at this. Let me keep my heart. Just my heart. That's all I want. Lucy? David? Are you there? I want to see you. Lucy, David, that's not fair. Come on. Hey, quit messing around. I was joking when I said that. I was joking. Come on, that's fucked up. I was joking. I'm a man. Be a man, Robert. You're a man. What the fuck? Anna. 4 years, 6 months, 18 days. I'm not even doing it myself anymore. I can feel it happening on its own. Finally, I can. I still can't say it. I'm still scared. I definitely won't eat anymore now. Still really hungry. But was he eating himself? Oh my God. Still really hungry. That is fucking disgusting, Robert, and you know it. No. See? Red thinks so too. No. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went somewhere. This little foot? Red? 5 years, 13 days. 5 years, 14 days. 5 years, 15 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 days. Stop it, you're hurting me. 5 years, 19 days. I'm feeling better now, Red, sorry. Does Anna learn this? I don't know. How do you do it, Red? Keep it together. Spill it out. I need some help here. I need some help. Red, come on. Don't do that. Don't go. I know it's hard. I know it's dark, but it's dark and we're together still. Come on. Red? No. No, you can't. Red, come on, buddy. Stay with me, Red. Come on, I can still touch you. I can still touch you. Look at me, Red. You are not dying yet. No, Red, no. Hey, what's up, Thomas? I think so, but since the trauma was huge, SCP Foundation gave her medicine to forget. Oh, it's fucked up. Hey, Thomas, we're we're reading some real fucked up shit. How would you like being trapped in a pocket dimension where it is at such a low, like, space-time level that you could technically exist inside of it for 5 years without dying? And there's nothing in there except just blackness. No audio is recorded for the next 9 months. 5 years, 9 months, 2 days. Red? 5 years, 9 months, 3 days. 5 years, 9 months, 3 days. Automated message repeats 97 more times. You little shit. I thought you left me. Dr. Scranton's voice is barely audible, coherent, as if through a heavily distorted, muted radio. I don't think he ate himself. I think his stomach disappeared. Oh, okay. Like with that food and water? Did you starve to death in 5 years? Something like that. He's still alive in 5 years. With nothing to do. Except talk to a little red light. Sorry to say, Red, but there's not much left here. It's been hard. 184. I've tried to kill myself 184 times. It didn't work. None of them worked. I don't even know how much there is of me anymore. At least 1 foot, because I can still move. Probably a few leg muscles too, but I'm wobbly. Insides are shit. Still a heart, maybe a lung. This place really won't let me stop. Tired. I did die, Red. Come on, Red, don't look at me like... I don't want your pity, and I don't want shock, or anger, or fear, or I can't... When 224, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4... Scranton counts from 1 to 220, 245 several times over the next 13 hours. I died. I died a lot. I tried to suffocate. I tried to snap my neck. I tried to bite myself apart. And this place, it's not real. I left. I saw myself on the ground and I couldn't. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't leave. There's no way to leave. I just floated back down. And each damn time, there was less and less of me. Oh God. How much more can I take away and still live? So why are you back now? What do you want to tell me? 5 years, 9 months, 12 days. This place is getting smaller, Red. Did you somehow do this? There's an end here for sure now. It's gone from God knows how long to... It's like a veil further out. When I touched it, it hurt like hell. Red, what's going on? It's not dark. That border or whatever is getting brighter, and... I mean, it's still fucking dark, but... Oh God. I can actually see something now. Oh God, what the fuck is this? Oh God, I didn't know I was this bad. I didn't know I was this bad. He can see himself. Oh God, oh God, oh God. There's so much gone. 5 years, 10 months, 10 days. I think he's like finally coming back to reality. And he's coming to realize how fucked he is. Red, you're solid. Like no, you're really fucking solid. You're real. And I'm real too. Only when I touch you, but Red, it really hurts when I do. I think that if I touch you, I might fall apart. He couldn't die. He's just becoming one with the device. Oh, God. You really fucking hurt, Red. Jesus Christ, you hurt. What the fuck is going on? About 3-kilometer radius in closing. Is this something like Klagel's fourth law? But what the hell is taking it? Hey, I'm in here still. Stop. You're causing a collapse. Hey. 2 kilometers. Oh, God. What's going to happen when it closes? Damn it, Red, you hurt. Not collapsing. Waves. They're waves? What? Roberts, you're a goddamn genius. Not walls. Windows. Open windows. And now the device is killing him. Anna, can you hear me? These waves, this place. Okay, imagine 2 realities as 2 pieces of paper stuck together. This place is the space squashed between. There should be only 2 realities parallel. But this place is a tiny but infinite third in between. Like what would happen if you fell into a hole crossing a bridge from point A to B? Remember Class C wormholes? Those theories about a wormhole that was full of goddamn holes? I think this is where one of those holes leads. It doesn't lead to a different universe. It leads to nothing. A dead end. This place is a dead end. Class C broken entry. These waves, wherever they're coming from, they're from some parallel reality interacting with this place, displacing this in-between place ever so slightly, and they're all pushing on me and Red. Because since we still have some level of reality, they're pushing or sucking us towards them, gradually creating a new wormhole towards home. What's going to happen to me when I go back? When the window closes? Think, damn it, Robert, think. You've got to think. Think harder. Think harder. Red, I'm gonna have to, Jesus, God, I'm gonna have to move away from you. I don't know, you're sick or something. You're really messed up right now. Call me when you're feeling better. I can't think right. Blood, there's way too much. Drip, drip, drip. Where does it all go? Retching noises. I haven't tasted barf in forever. Not even when I threw up after my... You're a man, Robert. Oh God, not again. He's just throwing up everywhere. Voice breaks. How can I be throwing up this much, Red? Tell me. I don't even have a stomach to hold it in anymore. And the bleeding never stops. Dr. Scranton breaks down into crying for the next 2 hours. Better now. Thinking straight. Red, I don't know if I'm ready to go back anywhere yet. 5 years, 11 months, 3 days. Remember when he estimated that he'd be dead in like 2 years? No, Red, I'm not being selfish. It wasn't you. It was these goddamn waves coming in. I can't be near them. Red, look at me. Look at me. See this? Red, look at me. Look. I can't be near them. They'll kill me. I passed the 3 years quite a while back, remember? Because even after all this time, I don't want to die, Red. I'm still scared. Red, I'm scared, okay? You wouldn't understand. You're not human, Red. Okay, I'm sorry for offending you, Red. No, Red, come on. I didn't mean it like that. Red, look at me. You're my friend. You get that? You are my best friend, but let's face it. You've got a much better chance of getting out of here. Just leave me alone, Red. Please? Just for a bit. I'm sorry, okay? I really am. Can you hear the waves coming in, Red? That little hum and shake as it hits your ears? I can. And it's getting louder every time. And it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Why? Why? Just let me go. Let me go. Let me go, damn it. Oh, God. Sobbing groan. Another 5 years. 5 more years. If this keeps up, I'm getting restabilized for another 5 fucking goddamn years, Red. What do I do? Over the next 5 days, the control panel does begin to pick up a low-frequency hum that comes in pulses. The volume increases steadily, and as it does, Dr. Scranton can be heard screaming, crying, and speaking incoherently in the background. Red? At this point in the background, humming noise is picked up at a rate of 20 pulses per minute. 5 years, 11 months, 9 days. Help. Loud splattering noise heard as something strikes what is assumed to be the control panel. Complete silence for 5 days. Pulse increases in volume, as well as frequency to 30 per minute. Loud splattering noise. Dude, is he like... Is reality is coming back to him and he's like falling apart, or he's like fucking dying or something? Like he's readjusting, I think. Red. Dr. Scranton's voice is extremely slurred, almost incomprehensible. Red. Red, give me your leg. I need support. Red, give me your lever, arm, hand. Red, I need to see better. Give me your light. No, sorry, no light needed. Got it. Sorry, something else. Anna, I want pretty eyes. Anna, give me your eye. I only have one. Anna, give me your lips. I want to kiss you again. Anna, give me your tongue. I'm hungry. Fucking psycho. Clicks tongue multiple times. Breaks down into a mix of quiet laughter and sobbing. Anna, spare a toe, wobbly. Anna, give me your brain. I only have half. Humming measured at 46 pulses a minute. Sobbing. Whispering. I'm sorry, Anna. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so scary. I'm so sorry. Anna, can I hold your hand? I lost my ring. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Dude, how long? Oh my god, dude. There's so much. Holy shit. I'll find another way out. There's still enough time. Still enough of me left to... Another 5 years. 5 more years to figure something out. Something out. Laughter breaks down into crying that gradually goes silent over the next hour. Quiet sobbing. Not yet, Red. Please, I know you want to go. I'm not ready yet. I'm not. I love you, Red. I love you, Anna. 5 years, 11 months, 20 days. Hum is now up to 60 pulses per minute. No. Dr. Scranton's speech pattern is almost regular. Loud metallic bang heard, followed by splattering noises as something strikes the control panel once again. 5 years, 11 months, 21 days. On December 23rd, 2005, the LSS control panel spontaneously appeared back within the Site-120 testing facility, Reality Lab A. Device is the only real thing he is getting fused to. The device because he is becoming real again. Oh. So he's fusing with the device somehow. Doctor, initial Hume field readings of the anchor are stable. Output readings are 2.3 with a 0.001% fluctuation. Good, Skinner. Let's hope that holds. Hold on, what the hell? What's wrong? Something has appeared inside the testing zone. What? Ma'am, a large object has materialized within the anchor field. What's the call? Kill the power? Call on the team? Skinner, what the hell are you? Oh my god. Where the hell did that thing come from? I don't know, ma'am. It just appeared out of nowhere. It looks like it's covered in... What the hell is that? Gags. Oh god, it smells awful. I could smell it from here. Jesus Christ. It smells like death. It's like vomit and blood and... Ma'am? Oh my god. Ma'am? Do not abort, Skinner. I repeat, do not abort. Keep that filled up and do not abort. Ma'am, what's going on? Ma'am? Ma'am? Reduce Hume field to 1.7. I'm entering the containment zone. Do not disengage the field, or we risk destabilizing the object. Yes, ma'am. Mechanical whirring heard. Reporting. Yes, this is Dr. Matthew Skinner requesting. Splashing footsteps heard. Oh God. Splashing in Robert. Oh God, what the hell? What is all this? This is... Oh shit, sorry, I had to smash a fucking roach on my desk. Whoopsie, my bad. Go back to the chat. There we go. There's a roach on my desk, I had to smash it. Scared me. Oh God, Robert, is this you? Oh God, please, no, don't let it be you. Don't let it be you, Robert. I thought, how can this thing be? Splashing footsteps heard again. Electronic beeping. Ma'am, what are you doing? You shouldn't touch. This is the Lang-Stratton stabilizer interface. Welcome back, Dr. Lang. What would you like to? Access audio log. Playback starting from January 2nd, 2000. Squishing noise heard. Oh God, what the hell happened to this thing? It's like someone exploded on it. Oh God, dude, that's so fucking gross. Oh God, is that... Oh God, please, no, please don't be. It's gray. It's his gray. Oh God, where's the other? It's his eyeball. Accessing audio files. Please verbally state your password to continue. Dr. Lang. Voice begins to break. Gags. Password is Anna Bobana. Oh my God, it's everywhere. What the hell? Request acknowledged. Processing. I'm sorry, there are no audio logs for January 2nd, 2000. Dr. Scranton accessed log on January 13th, 2000 via voice recognition at time. Metallic slam. Play back now, damn it. Play it back. Oh God, Robert, sweetie, what happened to... So yeah, she figured it out. Confirmed, Dr. Lang. Retrieving audio files. Ma'am, you really shouldn't be touching that barehanded. It could be hazardous. You should wait for the cleaning team. There's so much blood here. There's so much. Honey, are you okay? Where did you go? Oh God, oh God, oh God. Sound of splattering and squeaking as if wiping away fluids. Oh God, there's so much blood. Squishing noise. What? Oh my. Choking gasp, then silence for 20 seconds. Ma'am, Ma'am, Dr. Lang, please step away from me. His hand, his ring, it just fell to the... Ma'am? Oh, what? Oh, shit! Oh, Jesus Christ! Dr. Lang, step away, please, come back. We'll get you out of here now. Everything will be all right. Files retrieved, Dr. Lang. Playing now. Dr. Lang, please come with me. We'll get help. You hear me? Dr. Lang? Dr. Lang, can you hear me? Dr. Lang? Name, Robert Scranton, age 39. Birthday, September 19, 1961. Favorite color, blue. Favorite song, Living on a Prayer. Wife, Anna. Anna. Thudding sound heard as if falling on a wet pavement. Dr. Lang. Dr. Lang, report. This is Dr. Matthew Skinner reporting from Site 120 Reality Lab A. I need medical attention here immediately. Oh, what a terrible way to find out. What a terrible way to find out. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah. Yep. She found out, to answer your question, active. Well, that was suitably horrifying. That's going to be the end of the stream today. Wow, we actually went for 3 hours of doing reading. That's fun. That's great. I can definitely feel my voice is starting to fade. I mean, and like 5 years have passed. Yeah, 5 years. How could you possibly cope with knowing that your loved one, your wife, your husband, your mother, your father, or something, was in some unknown extra-dimensional hell for 5 years, just falling apart, their mental capacity just degrading? Why SOP so sad? That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Humanity goes to great lengths to keep the world protected. God, dude, that would be miserable. Now imagine yourself being in like some fucking weird alternate, like weird area between realms, between dimensions where you are not aging and you are going crazy and you are trying to fucking kill yourself. And after attempting to kill yourself, what, like 200 times, he says? Fucking, like, and then, like, suddenly realizing after you've tried to kill yourself and you've, like, lost your mind that you're actually coming back to reality. You are actually coming back to reality and you fucked up. Yeah, almost 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, it was like 5 years and 11 months. Can we have a happy story next time? I'll consider it. We might do this again next Sunday. That was fun. This was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for coming in, tuning in, and hanging out for a while. Well, I didn't even notice. I didn't even realize the fucking music stopped. I didn't even notice. I was so fucking wrapped up in the story. The music had stopped, and I had not even fucking noticed. Holy shit. Did any of you guys notice that? Good lord. This is a lot of reading. Yeah, I remember this because I remember reading this one specifically a long time ago. Like when I was in like high school, I read this thing. How old this shit is. Does it say when it was added? Probably not. Let's see. That doesn't say. But yeah, oh wait. Oh no, it was edited in 2021 apparently. Dragon one is very sad. 1760 where the dragons went. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Maybe next time. But yeah, if you guys are interested, fucking have a list of SCPs you mean to read about next Sunday, and we'll read them. We'll explore them together. So yeah, thanks for you guys for coming in and hanging out for 3 hours for a while. But yeah, You guys have a wonderful rest of your night. You guys have a good Monday and Tuesday. I'll not be around then. Wednesday, I'll be back playing games like normal. Don't know what we'll be playing, though. I want to play Darkest Dungeon 2 because they had an update, and I want to check it out. So I want to check that out someday. Friday, we'll be playing a game. Sunday, we'll be doing some more reading. Maybe Sunday will be my my dedicated reading day. Or, like, just voice acting day. You know. Yeah. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your start of the week, Monday and Tuesday, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Story Animation is a channel that has videos, but yeah, I've seen some of those videos. Yeah, but yeah. You guys take care. Bye-bye.